Okay. Now it should be good. All right. Okay. All right. I think we live. Everybody hear us in the chat? Can we see what's going on? I'd like to have this on a different page, but I guess having it on here actually looks pretty good, and I can still see the chat and whatnot. Alrighty, welcome to the HPMP Jrpg podcast, episode 40. 40th podcast. Took forever, but we are here. Kind of more consistent than we have been. You know, like sometimes we can have the podcast, sometimes we can't have the podcast. It is what it is, but we're here when we can. Alrighty, so we are going to start this off with the intros. Not that many people on that we normally have, but nonetheless, we got a good cast here. So go ahead, Sosuke.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Sosuke the Bro back again. Nice to be back on this HPMP.
Alright, Souls.
What is up, everybody? Always a pleasure to get the gang together and ready to get into these topics.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Q.
It's always good to be back. I always feel really awkward when I'm on here, but always great to be on the show and talking about JRPGs.
Alrighty, and Riku.
Riku's on the only one here. How's everybody doing today? Making sure that we stay nice and positive. We was talking about the Vita earlier before the stream. It was some fire, some good stuff.
Man. What was going on with the Vita? What were you doing downstairs in the kitchen with your Vita, man? I don't know. I don't know if you could be doing that.
Some fire. That's what I was doing.
Man.
You set him up.
You really did set me up for that. It was a good one.
Oh, my God. Oh, man. It's too bad that they don't support the Vita anymore, you know?
What you mean? We got a new game like last week.
What new game?
What new game?
Okay, I don't know the name of it, but it came out. There's a new Uturai Ramono game coming out, and it's coming to the Vita. Uturai Ramono Zan, I think it's called, or something like that.
Oh yeah, the warrior style game.
Yeah. No.
The Knight was supposed to come to Vita?
If Zan is the Warriors one, that's not the one I'm talking about.
Oh.
You're talking about the Tuwada Ramono, crap, I forgot the name too.
There's a traditional turn-based JRPG one that's based off of the first season of Uturai Ramono. It's coming out for PS4 and Vita. I don't know if it's coming to Switch.
It's probably coming to Switch. More likely than not.
Yeah, I'll look up the name.
I'm doing it right now.
Right.
I can't believe I've forgotten it.
It's a little bit crazy. How long do you think Sony is actually going to just keep up the stuff for the Vita?
I don't know. I mean, we've been hearing rumors about the fact that PlayStation 5, you know, that whole backwards compatible rumor. Now the rumor is that it can, later in the PS5's backwards compatibility, they're going to add PSP and PS Vita to its capabilities.
What?
So if that is the case, then that will definitely help, you know, the PlayStation Store's online sales for the PSP and PS Vita. That'll be cool.
Oh, Duodecim, let's go.
Because remember, the Vita TV exists, so it's like they already have an emulated like version of the Vita there. I'm sure it wouldn't be too hard for them to make the PS5 do that if they already have something here hooked up with a DualShock 4 doing it already. You know.
Dang, this thing's just getting more and more expensive.
Oh yeah,
You heard about the rumors about that PS5 Plus?
we're gonna get into all that. Hold up, guys. We're gonna get into all that.
Yeah.
Jesus
Oh
Christ.
boy.
Somebody got an essay. Alrighty, so we always start off with what are we currently playing? So let's get this started. Sosuke, what you out here playing in these streets, man?
I'm actually playing some Monster Hunter World. Got that Iceborne, so like I'm getting deep into that, grinding up, getting all these armors, and also got back into Soul Calibur 6. And 2B is the most broken character in Soul Calibur history. Like I was thinking Nightmare was broken, and then 2B is like, I have ranged attacks on top of ranged attacks on top of ranged attacks. You can't touch me. Like, this character is disgustingly broken. Exactly. Like, I was sitting there playing her. I felt bad for the person I beat. I had to let them win 2 rounds out of the set. I'm just like, damn, perfect in a ring out?
God.
Let's not do this.
So she's pretty much that power creep for DLC. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, but the other DLC characters from season 1 aren't that broken. That's the crazy part. So I'm just like,
Who are the other characters, by the way? I forgot.
I think it's Cassandra and Amy.
Cassandra.
were like-
Oh yeah.
Cassandra was in Soul Calibur 2. Amy is that girl that always shows up in Raphael's endings in the other Soul Cal games.
Which
Fuck her, by the way.
which game had Noctis in it? Oh, I forgot which one. I thought that was Soul Calibur,
Noctis
wasn't
was
it?
never in. No, that was Tekken 7.
Tekken.
Oh, that was Tuck. Okay, see, that would make no sense.
Why is it Noctis in Soul Cal 6?
That makes perfect sense to put him in Soul Calibur instead of Tucking. That's
Like,
weird.
Yeah, it really does.
The shit I see people do with Noctis and Tekken 7, I'm just like, why isn't he in Soul Calibur?
I don't even think that like nobody even cared when he came out. Did they? I can't remember when Noctis dropped in Tucking.
I think like Noctis came out and then right after they announced Geese Howard, so like everybody was on Geese.
Ooh, yeah, Geese. That's a good pick. Geese is my boy.
They had Geese and I'm like, yo, Geese is alive. Wait, Noctis is in the game? Same day trailer? What the? Oh shit! It's such a weird choice. That's all I've been really playing lately.
Okay, all right. Souls, what you out here playing, man?
Ah, man, I've been super busy, but I've been trying to slowly make my way back to Cold Steel 3. And then, you know what I hate? I hate when I have some money and I just keep buying and buying. I've been buying way too much games.
Ah, man.
Since I seen Soulscape playing Monster Hunter, I said, let me hop onto this thing.
All right, I'm back.
Just because I found Iceborne for a good deal. It was like $20, brand new. But here's the thing. It was a Japanese copy.
Oh,
And I was sweating bullets hoping that this thing would be in English. But I booted it up today and everything is fully translated, English audio. I'm happy. Thank you, Capcom. But yeah, been playing some of that. I also got Mega Man ZX and Zero collection. I haven't opened it. Gonna hit that up soon. But right now, I'm just trying to focus on Cold Steel. Not gonna mess with anything else.
As you should.
Exactly. Focus on that game, all right, man? Don't get no more distractions. You need to get to the end so I can rant to you about it, okay? All right? Please.
I can't wait, man.
For the love of God. And I also forgot that
Where'd you find that
Negan
Mega
was
Man?
also in Tekken.
that's right,
man.
he was.
That
Yeah.
trailer for Negan was freaking amazing.
The
Yeah.
trailer got me so mad because I'm like, everybody here would fold Negan without warning.
They really would.
Especially Kazuya. Like, that man was about it. He was like, really? So you want to fight me? Oh, okay. And it's just like, watching that trailer, it's like, Negan's not this good.
No, he's definitely not. I think they missed out on an opportunity. Well, I guess Tekken 7 wasn't around when like season 6 of Walking Dead was around. That was around the serious like popularity, like peak popularity. Now it's just like, Walking Dead is okay. It's not that great.
They definitely released them at the best time. Like, if they did it now, it wouldn't have been too
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, okay. What about that ZX collection? What's going on with that? How many games are in that?
It's all the Zero games from the Game Boy Advance and both of the ZX games on the DS.
Oh, okay. All right.
Stack of Mega Man greatness.
I heard those games were really hard.
Yeah, they're pretty hard.
Okay. I know. I think I played one of them back in the day on the Game Boy Advance, I think, or with the DS.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but I do remember the sprites looked good and the music was really, really good as well.
Oh yeah,
I
most
think they
definitely.
include like remixed tracks as well.
Oh, okay, that's right. That's really cool.
And they even so the DS versions had animated anime cutscenes, and they redone them and touched them up to like make them like 1080p.
Wow, that's
They look really good.
How much is that?
It's only $30.
Oh, okay. See, that is a good price. See, now bet if that released exclusively on Switch, how much you would think that would be?
Oh man, I don't know. I feel like it'd still be 30.
I would hope so. I don't know. Every time, yeah, exactly. Like The War Ends With You, that came out and that was like $50. That's a
you're
10-year-old game. I'm like, yeah,
right.
stop this.
Yeah, I think that would have been at least 40.
Yeah.
But that's Square. They charging full price for Kingdom Hearts on Xbox. So.
Oh yeah, they are, aren't they? That's terrible.
Feels
Okay.
bad, man.
You know
Let's
those
get away
Xbox
with
guys,
this.
they don't care. They don't pay full price for anything. They got Game Pass.
Oh, you
Exactly.
right.
Oh,
They're like,
man.
look at all these games I bought. How much you buy? $1. How many of these you played? 3.
They be bragging about their.
Installed.
They be bragging about their library, and then it's like you only played like one of them. You just started up the rest for like 5 seconds. But oh, this is bad, cool.
Like, not even. I know people who have like the Games Pass. They buy it, get like 3 games, and they quote unquote download the rest. But all they do is add the rest to their library to download at another time. They don't even like fully download them. They're just like, oh, I can get these eventually.
Oh wow.
I
Yes.
think the Game Pass is pretty weird to do it. If you're on PC as well, because like I got Final Fantasy, I think, and there was Outer Worlds was on there as well, which is Outer Worlds was like a $60 game, so getting it on Game Pass for nothing on the PC. Because I think around Christmas time you were getting like 3 months for $1. You just paid $1 and you got like 3 months of Game Pass. A friend sent me a message about it, and I was like, man, this is great. And I grabbed a lot of games on there during Game Pass, and during that 3 months, I've actually got to renew the thing. I haven't yet. But
Nah, man.
I've got a bunch of stuff on there, and I think it's a good price because I think you can pay with the PC. It's like $4 a month, which is not that bad. I think between $4 and $5, somewhere around there, which is not a bad price to pay for unlimited access to a bunch of games. And some of them include Jrpgs. I think Square Enix's entire Final Fantasy lineup is gonna be in Game Pass. At least I know the last one, Final Fantasy, was it 15? The last one they did, I think.
I think it was 13.
Nah, it can't be 13. It's gonna be 15. It's gonna be 15. I think that's the last one that they added to Game Pass on and that's on PC. So it's a wordy thing. I mean, I agree. Xbox has nothing to play, but
Ouch.
Hate on the Vita all you want. It got games.
Hey, don't
I
they got
got
Bleeding
good
Edge?
JRPGs.
What's Bleeding Edge? Nobody cares about that game. That game gonna come out and it's like gonna be like 6 months and that thing's gonna die.
It's sad because I was actually hyped for Bleeding Edge until I saw gameplay.
That name sounds so like.
I thought it was gonna be Anarchy Reigns. It's not.
It looks like Anarchy Reigns, yeah.
No. When you actually look at the gameplay, it doesn't look anything like Anarchy Reigns. It looks
Yeah.
like third-person Overwatch.
Ouch.
Oh
You hate to
no.
see
Oh
it.
no.
Well, all right. Q, what you out here playing, man?
Well, I've been playing Tokyo Mirage Sessions. How do you say that name? Is it hashtag or just pound?
I think it's Sharp.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sharp.
Sharp FEN core. Pretty much I see what Shadow's playing every time I'm on here because it seems like every time I'm playing Tokyo Mirage Session, Shadow's on playing the game that he's playing, which I'm not gonna mention because I'll leave that up to him. But I've been playing Tokyo Mirage Session. I'm gonna be playing the game Shadow's playing right now after because it's installed already on my Switch. But you know you can't play 2 JRPGs at once because then it gets complicated, at least for me. So it's Tokyo Mirage Session for now. I do jump into what do you call this other game? It's Metro Redux on the Switch, which runs pretty well on the Switch. It's not an RPG, but you know, it looks good. So, but mainly Tokyo Mirage Session. That's my main.
Okay, all right. And how do you feel about the censorship that's happened with that game?
Oh God, you know what? I think if I didn't know about the censorship beforehand, like if I didn't do any research on it, knew nothing of it, I would be pretty fine with it so far. But I do know of the censorship, and it annoys me because like there are things I'm like while I'm playing the game, I'm only thinking about maybe what if this is missing and what if that is missing, and then when I see the like the outfits for the characters, like I'm like, why is there no swimsuit here? This is the perfect moment, you know, especially because I know it was supposed to be there. And that whole mission where the swimsuits were supposed to be unlocked, it just feels weird. Like the entire mission, as I'm going through it, and the characters are talking dialogue about, you know, appealing to the camera guy character that you have to meet and all that kind of stuff. It just feels like it falls flat. Like it just doesn't have as much impact as if they were wearing swimsuits, I guess. And so knowing that it's censored, and that's for me, that's the biggest censorship I've noticed about the game. But I'm pretty sure there's more stuff. I just haven't really dug into it much. And the reason I haven't dug into it much is because I feel like knowing about the censorship makes me not appreciate the game more. and I actually do like the game. I think it's still a good game. I enjoy the gameplay. I like the characters. The voice acting is great. Um, I just hate that it's censored. That bugs me
So,
the
so,
entire time.
so let me ask you a question. Why do you? Oh, excuse the shit out of me. Why do you think they still opted to censor the game? What's it? What is it in your opinion that Atlas or whoever it was decided to still censor it?
I think it was a Nintendo call. Like for some reason, I feel like it was Nintendo more so than Atlas because if you look at most of Atlas's games, they sell sex appeal as DLC. Like that's kind of like their biggest thing. You know, every one of their games has a swimsuit set for DLC that you can buy. You know, and which Atlas knows that's money. I kind of feel like it's Nintendo trying to maybe pull back the reins because they feel like this is one of their games. This is because it's one that they publish themselves. Like they publish it with Atlas developing it. That's kind of the feeling I get. I'm not sure. It could be a number of things. I don't work there, so I don't know anything about it. But Brilliant Tree, that's the vibe I get from it. It doesn't make sense though because it affected the sales. At
Yeah.
least that's what I've seen so far, and that's not really a good thing. Especially most of the people that play JRPGs, the minute you hear censorship, it really just makes everyone kind of like pull away.
Yep, exactly. That's what I was saying. I was saying, why would you censor this game when it impacts sales as much? This game is already niche as it is. You really want the people who like this type of game to buy it. You only deter those people from buying it. And like we don't know if Tokyo Mirage actually was gonna go on to sell Game Busters anyway, but you at least want to maximize those sales. And like I said in the video, I don't know. Maybe a game that's rated T for teen has a better shot at selling better than a game that's rated M. So I don't know. I don't know on that one. So as a matter of fact, I need to look at these sales, keep up with the sales of that game to see what was up. Because a lot of people were saying that the digital sales were really good. It probably fell off at this point, but the same week that it came out, it was number one in a Nintendo eShop. So I'm actually
it was more in Japan though.
Yeah, it's still, but I still want to see what it would, even if it's only Japan. I still want to see how it did.
I'm hoping it does well. Like, I really do hope it does well, and maybe they think, oh, this is a good idea. Let's make a follow-up and not censor the crap out of it. Or maybe they'll like this is never gonna happen.
Yeah.
Maybe they release like a DLC that fixes the censorship.
Nah, that's never gonna happen. They good on that.
It sucks.
Yeah.
But you know what? It is what it is. I still like the game, and I will still say that for people who like JRPGs and like Persona and games of that type, you should probably pick it up. It's still worth it. It's just if you know of the censorship, you're probably gonna have the same feeling of like, ugh, why did they censor this? And why it just makes it really, really hard to love it as much as you probably would love it without the censorship.
Okay, that's fair enough. Riku, if you're around, man, what you out here playing? Oh, here we go. Oh God.
You about to list every Falcom game in the book.
I'm gonna calm down. All right. It's really only one thing I've been focusing on because it won the poll, and it's basically something that your boy he needs to get this shit out the way. That Final Fantasy VIII remaster. I've been playing it all this weekend. I've been really diving it in. I was like, all right, man, fuck this shit. I'm gonna really try and figure out how the fuck does Junction work inside and out. Took me about 3 to 4, maybe 5 hours to figure out every single little detail about Junction and how to utilize it to its full potential. And now I'm broken. Everybody has 9,909 health, and everything's a piece of cake now. But
That's what
it's going. I knocked out 2 discs in this weekend. So because when I started this weekend, I was at the beginning of disc 2. Now I'm at the midway or to the end of disc 3 right now. I still really hate Squall. I actually hate him more than ever.
Oh man.
I really
What's your beef against him? What's up? Why you hate Squall? He might be a little emo, okay, and he might be a little booty,
say that.
okay, and but he's a teen, You know, he's going through that. He's in school, you know.
Here's the thing. I don't want to use the excuse he's just a teen or he's young as an excuse for a poorly written character.
You say he's poorly written, but you ain't beat the game yet.
Oh,
I know I ain't beat the game yet. I'm talking about everything I've seen thus far and his little. I think the thing that bothers me the most, because I was actually, to be honest, I don't think I really had an issue with Squall up to his. Has everyone here finished Final Fantasy? Am I the only one?
Yeah, I finished Final Fantasy. Yeah.
I finished.
It's a 20-year-old game. Go ahead.
Yeah. And for anyone listening, I'm just going to say something that may be spoilery when it comes to a change in Squall. But was it this 3? When, you know, your girl Renoa goes into the coma part, and now all of a sudden Squall is just like, oh my god, I care for her. You know, now he's like, he's trying to bring her back and all that stuff. And it's really, really, really hard for me to like swallow this pill of him like swapping. One of my friends like, hey, you don't know what you had until you lose it type thing.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking, man. Like he cared about them. He just didn't show it.
No, I can't give him that, man. I can't give him that. Because it's like, when it came to Renoa this entire time, yeah, maybe he was playing hard to get in all this shit, but he really didn't show any inkling of liking Renoa in any way, shape, or form. Even when she was hanging off of the cliff and she was about to die and Zell couldn't save her, and Zell ran up to, Zell realized that I can't save this chick. I gotta go and get Squall. And he was like, Squall, Renoa's literally hanging off of a cliff for her life. I need you to save her. And he's like, he's basically just like going on with everybody needs help. She's, basically saying she's not that important. Why do I need to like focus my time on her type shit? And then what's his name? Irvin had to be like, bro, go and save. Everybody had to go push Squall to save this girl who, at the point they thought, I think Zell came back and was like, I think she's dead. I don't think she's alive anymore. And Squall was like, oh, okay, well, we're just going to continue. It's like, bro, what? And then everyone was like, bro, go and find her. Everyone just had to basically push Squall into going finding and saving Renoa. It just really did not feel like he gave 2 flying shits about Renoa. And Renoa was pouring her heart out to him this entire time. She's super fucking clingy. She was like, Squall, love me, damn it. And he's just like, no.
I can't. I don't want to say this because it's a big ass excuse. Like, I feel like throughout like a majority of that game to like after disc 3, I feel like it was more like he was basically playing like they wrote him as a tsundere. Like,
yeah, I was just about to say that.
It's just like, I don't really care about you. The minute she's in the coma, yo, what the fuck, bro? I love her. She can't hear me say it, but I love her.
Yeah, it's just, man, I guess that 180 is just hard for me to, because it was some spine breaking 180 flip he did right there. Like, it was not
as hard as Gwen Stacy.
Gwen Stacy.
Only few people will get that spine breaking joke.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't get that.
Oh, you're talking about from Amazing Spider-Man.
She's amazing too.
Anyway,
with a game in the comics. Goddamn.
Anyway, the point is, Selphie. I didn't like Selphie at first. I like Selphie now. I didn't like Zell at first. I like Zell now. Quistis, she's still got a ways to go. I like the fact that she has a lot of blue mage abilities, so that's making her enjoyable to at least play.
Generator the best.
Man, fucking mini missiles, my guy.
The generator, is that an enemy? Not anymore.
And who else is there? So I'm at the part where we just got Edea. Her name is her name Edea? How do you say her name?
Yes.
Edea. Yeah, I just got her as a playable character, and then she's over here warning everyone like, Ultimecia can take over me at any given point. So I'm warning you guys, I might flip the fuck out on you and kill you. And everyone's like, oh, okay, come along with us. And then she warns them again. Ultimecia might take me over. Just letting you guys know, I might fuck you over. I'm warning you. And they were like, oh yeah, it's fine. Come and be a part of our, our squad. We're good. I'm like, okay, Jesus Christ. She's gonna flip out at the worst time. But yeah, I'm right there. So I'm trying to knock it out. Trying to get it out before all of these crazy ass games come out, like Neo 2 and Final Fantasy 7 remake. And
oh yeah,
I didn't get to play that demo for Neo 2, but I watched some footage and that looked good.
There's some good shit. Yeah. So I'm just focused on 8 right now.
All right. Cool. All right. So I'm currently playing Landgressor 1 and 2. More specifically, I'm playing 2. And I ain't like the characters in one, so I just said I'm gonna start 2 and just go from there.
Damn, son.
Dropped it.
That's crazy.
Well, I didn't drop it. You got a choice between playing 1 or 2, so I was like, I'm gonna commit to 2 and just go from there, because it's a remaster of or a remake of classics. So yeah, and the game is actually, I'm finding that it's pretty good. It's got some issues when it comes to like, modern strategy or tactical JRPGs that they have, like automatic turn end and stuff like that, or like if you move the L button, you will automatically just go to your next character that you want to move. But other than that, it's fun to play. It's really, I want to say dry. It's really dry in content because most of its the bulk of its content, huh?
Would you use the word vanilla instead of dry?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I could use vanilla on that one. But the bulk of its main focus is to replay the game multiple times, or to go back to certain points to make different choices during battle, so you can unlock a different route. And there's a shit ton of routes that you can play through.
Does it play like the mobile game?
It does. It does play like the mobile game. But
Both y'all played that?
yeah, I did.
I played it a little bit.
The mobile game is actually
saw
pretty
it.
good.
Yeah, it's like a better
saw
Fire
it,
Emblem
thought it
Heroes
was
in my
good.
opinion.
Yeah. And I think the mobile game has more work put into it than this game. I gotta say, like,
Really?
yeah, man. Like, I don't want to say it, but I gotta say it. This really feels like a budget like title. It feels like they had like ambition when they went to create the game, but it's like they ran out of time. It's like, this is all we can do for this game, so we're gonna leave it at that. Because the only thing that's keeping me in it is the tactical combat. The characters, they're not bad. It's just that they're not all that interesting either. Like, the game literally just throws you into everything. And I'm like, okay, so do I even get a tutorial? Oh, I don't get a tutorial. So if I ain't played the demo, I'll be up Ship's Creek right now, not knowing what the fuck to do. So, yeah. But like I said, the replayability is there. You can play it multiple times, do multiple choices, multiple routes. And it's fun in that aspect, but if you're expecting anything like Fire Emblem, not really. Nah, you're not gonna get. You're really not gonna get that. You might as well just go play Fire Emblem for the 5th time or something like that.
Would you recommend Langrisser to somebody who hasn't played like something like Fire Emblem beforehand?
Like
As, like just like get their feet wet with strategy RPGs.
Like me.
Yes.
Because remember, I'm getting into tactical RPG games. I already decided on a few of them that I'm going to start before I dive deep into that Fire Emblem ass. So it's just like, I was thinking about this one.
I don't know. Like, it's not a bad game. It's definitely not a bad game. To start off,
tactical RPGs. What is it? Baby's first tactical RPG.
Baby's
Would you
first
say is
tactical.
one?
Yeah, I could say it's pretty easy. It's nowhere near Fire Emblem. It's got like a merc and commander system. If your commander dies, your merc dies. Whatever experience your merc gets, your commander gets. It's really simple in that aspect. You can't. It's like each chapter you'll have a new equipment and whatnot to buy. Yeah, I would say I could recommend it to you. It's not a bad game. It's just that it's really, like we said, vanilla.
Okay.
But I'm definitely going to have a review up or a video up on it, because the game comes out on the 10th, I believe, and your boy did get a review code, so he's got to put out something on that one. So
Hey, shout outs to you.
yeah. So expect that sometime in the future, or sometime this week, rather. Fun fact about this week, weren't we supposed to be getting Final Fantasy VII Remake this week?
Really?
Yeah,
True, we were.
You hate to see it.
Not even a demo. God damn.
Yeah, we didn't even get the demo that's already up on the PSN store, but Square Enix ain't giving nobody the keys. So it's like, what the fuck?
We want to drive the boat.
Yes.
You sure they ain't lose the keys themselves?
Nah. Alrighty, so we're gonna jump into our first topics of the evening. Before we do so, we ask that you hit that like button if you are enjoying this. If you are listening to the podcast in post, drop a comment. Tell us that we're doing well. Tell Riku that he's got a problem with Vita and he should seek help or something. Let us know that the engagement is there. We would appreciate that. Alrighty, so first topic of the evening. we have a new mythical Pokemon that has revealed itself. It's a black Pokemon, you know, Black Lives Matter.
Okay.
So I don't know what this thing is called. It's called Zarude. I have no idea. Zarude? I don't know.
Rude, Zarude,
I don't
some
know.
shit like that.
Yeah.
Zarude.
So let me let me ask: is anybody still playing Pokemon Sword and Shield at this point?
I think the question is like, has some people even started it? Because
Man.
the game
That's
even
me.
started out.
I haven't even started it.
Oh wow.
Like, my mom got me that for Christmas, and I was like, thanks, I'll be sure to play this. I started it up, and I was like, oh shit, I have a backlog. I can't do this now.
Oh man.
We're in the same boat. I got it for Christmas, and Christmas / my birthday, and I was like, I could play this crap, or I could play something good. And I was like, you know what? I'll play something good.
Damn.
Crazy.
Man, oh man.
Ouch.
For Pokemon.
Yeah, I've got heavy feelings about Pokemon Sword and Shield, but yeah, I think it just comes down to time, though. I mean, there are a lot of good JRPGs that have come out during Christmas 2019 and now, and they're still coming out. And Sword and Shield just it doesn't match up to compared to those. It doesn't match up. Maybe if you're not comparing it to anything, maybe it's fine. But if you're comparing it to other RPGs, even older Pokemon games, I think it just doesn't match up. And looking at this new Pokemon, it kind of looks like Mojo Jojo from.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Oh, that guy.
He said it looks like the baboon teacher from that
First
gum.
words out of my mouth when I saw this new Pokemon, I was like, that's the angriest fucking crackhead I've ever seen. Like,
Yeah.
He looked angry as hell. Like somebody didn't give him his receipt, and he looking to fold you for that.
I will say he looks cool. Like one of the cooler new Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
Toxicity right there with toxicity.
I don't know, like I don't know if I like toxicity like that. I had one in Shield and I trained it and I was like, you look a little bit too, I don't know what's the word we're looking for, like rock heavy or something like that. I know that's your theme, but it's like these Pokemon just starting to look really weird. This one actually looks pretty good, but I forgot what it's called. I was in a raid battle with my friend. We was facing Mewtwo, and that was pretty fun. But Mewtwo was completely OP. We could barely put a scratch in him. What's it called?
I heard you can't catch him.
You can't catch him, but like you, when you beat him, you get a lot of good stuff. I'm hearing. So
what's the stuff, like items or something?
yeah, it's like you get like probably like a good TM or something, or you get like rare candies or EXP boosters and stuff like that. They really do come in handy if you take advantage of them. Grimmsnarl, that's the one that I really hate how Grimmsnarl looks. I hate his base form and I hate his freaking Dynamax form or something like that. It looks too weird. He looks like an actual person. That's the problem. These Pokemon are looking
like a Digimon.
Yes, I like lead Digimon to Digimon. Oh my god, this picture in the chat.
Wow.
Wow.
Why?
That's a
An
Pokemon?
image, right?
I hope not.
That's what I said he looks like.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Before I went to say what I was gonna say, apparently Pelvic will be joining us, but this picture of a simian fucking can't.
Okay, I just looked up Grimmsnarl. Why does he look like the boogeyman?
The boogeyman. Yeah, it looks a little bit weird. Oh,
I
man.
find it really does look like a lot.
So wait a minute, Q. What's your ultimate beef with Sword and Shield, man?
Okay,
Also
ultimate
evolution
beef with
on
Sword and Shield, I would have to say, well, one, the whole DLC thing for existing Pokemon, because I think the thing is that like if you played, depending on the gen you came in, I came in Gen 2, so my favorite Pokemon tend to be like Cyndaquil, and Cyndaquil is my favorite Pokemon. So the minute my favorite Pokemon is not in the game, I don't like it. I'm already like I hate you because I don't got Cyndaquil in here. And then other than that too, it was like I think everyone who was waiting for Sword and Shield, like before when we got Eevee and Pikachu, they were like, oh, don't worry about this. This is just an in-between game. The next one is going to be total next gen. It's going to be total amazing and everything like that. So like in my mind, when I hear, hey, chill, wait till you get the next one, I'm picturing Legend of Zelda levels of Pokemon, you know, like wandering around, full 3D immersion, everything. And we didn't get that. I mean, I would have been fine if we got just Pokemon for this region alone, and then they later unlocked the national decks, and then you could just transfer over what you had. I would have been perfectly fine with that, but they didn't. They basically gave us a game and told us that we can have some of the Pokemon,
Game
and
and a
then we'll
half.
unlock some if we over time they'll unlock in different things. Um, but it just it feels cheaper, like it feels like half baked. It's kind of like what you said about Langressa. It feels like it's an in between, like it's not all the way as it could be like a budget Pokemon. So this feels like budget Pokemon as it could be something even more if they put the power into it. I mean, just look at Digimon. That game looks amazing on the Switch, and the lack of voice acting really bugs me. I'm like, I started up the game and you see the characters moving their mouths and they're doing this whole big thing, like an entrance thing in a stadium. And I'm like, this looks cool, but why are they not talking? This is 2019, 2020. They should be talking by now. So
There's a scene later in the game that really makes you feel like, why isn't there voice
Yeah,
acting?
it's bad.
see,
There's no
so
reason for
it's
that.
sort of like my biggest. I guess if you want to say that, my biggest gripe is lack of Cyndaquil, because Cyndaquil is life, and I love Cyndaquil.
Hey, that's my fave too.
Well, you say good taste. But outside of that, I would say this game does not feel finished. It feels like they could have done more and they just did the bare minimum to make a Pokemon game instead of just like actually making a Pokemon game. Like putting in the effort to make this the best Pokemon game ever made and all that kind of stuff. Especially when you see games like that one that they made on the PC, was it? The one that's kind of
Pokemon
like
Uranium?
Temtem.
Oh,
Temtem.
Temtem.
I mean, when you see Temtem and you're like, well, look at these things these guys are doing. They're doing new stuff, it's online full proper. I mean, Sword and Shield, it lags when people join your server when you're on the same thing, when you're in that open world thing and you see other people, the game starts lagging, and I'm like, really? Switch games can do online multiplayer fine. This is not a Switch problem. This is a Game Freak problem. It's not a problem with Switch. The Switch can run the thing. I mean, I'm running games on the Switch that look like they look on the PC. At least, well, not really, but I mean, I'm playing Metro Exodus on the Switch right now. Sorry, not Exodus, sorry, Metro Redux on the Switch right now, and it looks amazing. And I have it on the PC, but I prefer it on Switch because it looks, well, it's a Switch. And there's a bunch of other games like that. I mean, Shadow, you remember when we chatted about Atelier Ryza, when you were playing on the PC and I was playing on the Switch?
Yep.
And we were making comparisons about the two on the Switch and the PC. And visually, yes, the PC is better, but it's not by that much. Just be like, oh my god, I can't play it on the Switch. And I think it's the same thing with Pokemon. I think Pokemon can be better on the Switch. They half-assed it, and that's why I don't like it as much. I have the game, which is the reason why I have the game is also so I can bash it, because people always say, "Oh, you don't have the game, man. You can't talk about this shit." I got
Pulls
the
out
game.
your copy of the game. You sure?
Exactly, and then I'm like, I'm loud now. I could talk shit. This game sucks.
So wait a minute. How much shit can you talk if you haven't played it that much?
Well, I've watched other people play it, so that's the thing. I've watched other people play it. I've had family members sit down and play it in front of me, so that I don't have to play it. So they put, they plug in my Switch, connect it on the telly. I kick back, I watch them play. I silently judge them and judge the game
Wow.
and think how much I hate it. Okay, maybe not silent. I'm very vocal. The game sucks.
Damn. But I don't know. Maybe you gotta put a little bit more hours into the game, because I enjoy it. When I leave all that stuff at the door, the lack of DLC, lack of polish, it's a pretty fun game,
But here's the thing. Pokemon is an RPG, right? Hands down, no matter what I say about it or what anyone says about it, it's still an RPG. And RPGs require time and effort to actually get through them. What RPG that I currently have am I going to put down to play Pokemon? Like, there's the question. Do I not play other JRPGs that I have? My Switch is loaded up with JRPGs. My Vita is loaded up with JRPGs. My PC is loaded up with JRPGs.
Oh, God.
My PlayStation 4 is loaded up with JRPGs. Am I going to do so and say, you know what? I don't got time for any of these other JRPGs. I'm going to play
I'm playing
Pokemon.
me some Pokemon.
Yikes.
Oh boy, you better watch your back with all this Pokemon slander.
For as pretty as the game looks, like when it comes to character models, I will say in some areas it feels like a very expensive proof of concept of what they want to do
Yeah.
with next gen Pokemon. It feels like they could do so much better, but they're like, we were supposed to get this out at this time, so we're gonna separate everything and have you pay for the rest later. Cool.
I would have waited. I mean, if they really released a proper Pokemon game, because I remember a couple of years ago, like maybe like 5 or 6 or more years ago, I used to say the first game I want my kids to play, like when I have kids and stuff, and I was like, I want them to play Pokemon, because that was the shit I grew up on, and Pokemon was ideally one of my favorite RPGs growing up as a kid, especially if you grew up in the days where before even having backlit consoles and stuff, where you had to like put on your bedroom light slightly on just to get a bit of light. So
Or if you were a cool kid, you had that little attachment that had the little light flashlight on it.
Well, we all ain't have that kind of money. Sorry.
Some of us lived that broke life, man. Back as a kid, you gotta put on the light. My light had a dimmer, so like I used to have to put it on slightly so my parents didn't know that I was awake, just enough to see the Game Boy and the Game Boy Color in the dark. And I'm like, yeah, let me just get a little bit more stages.
Listen.
You know what? Back in the day, no. Back in the day, I was rocking it. Right? I had 2 Game Boy Advance, 2 Pokemons, and I was ready to be trading between myself. All right, I didn't care about the other kids and what they were doing. All right, I had my own thing. I didn't care.
Just as much as he was then as he is now.
Actually, I did have that little light attached to my Game Boy Advance to look.
Let's go.
Oh man,
Y'all know the struggle I have to hold a flashlight and play a game.
About it? Is that back in the day, batteries were life, and you needed batteries for that.
Yo.
And you needed batteries for your Game Boy.
Oh yeah.
Yo, how many of you guys like took out batteries from the remote, the living room remote, and just like try to switch them?
I don't know where the batteries are, and she'll never know.
How about putting your
Excuse me while I finish this
batteries in the remote?
Yo, that's why I did that all the time, and then my dad would be like, "Why is the remote battery dead?" I was like, "I don't know, I don't know."
Yo, tell you, man, this Mega Man Battle Network is lit.
Let me tell you, it got so bad to a point where my dad actually had to like mark the batteries so he would know that I wouldn't be taking them out. Yo, I was about that. Like I was taking batteries from that. What else was I taking batteries from? Anything that required AA batteries, I was taking them out.
Did you guys put your batteries in the freezer?
Oh, absolutely.
I did that one. Freezer life was the thing. Also clocks. There was back in the day, if your family had like clocks hanging up in the house, they'd always have those batteries in there. And man, I used to take batteries out of those clocks. Too bad no one, I don't know if it ever affected anyone. Maybe someone was late for something, but yeah.
You done ruined somebody's career.
My mom kept the computer in the living room, so that was the clock.
Perfect.
How about you find batteries and it happens to be AAA's? You be like, dang it!
Oh yeah, that would suck.
Foil paper, that was it. I just
foil. Yeah, you get a little foil.
Made it work.
Put the foil between the connection.
But I definitely I remember the days of Red and Blue. I definitely would have put like batteries in the freezer to see if they would work, and they would work for like a little bit, for like I would say like 10 minutes.
Oh really? Mine would work like for at least an hour.
Nah, yeah. I don't remember that. I thought they died pretty quick.
Depends on how long you had it in the freezer, I think, because I used to get a good amount of time out of it. It was enough time to do a bit more training, collect more Pokemon, make Cyndaquil more awesome.
Nah, man. So
Typhlosion is the G.
Exactly. Typhlosion is the coolest looking Pokemon ever. I mean,
I love Typhlosion.
Typhlosion is pretty cool.
Best starter.
Put some respect on Typhlosion's name.
As long as this fire is on.
Right.
Because when it's off, this sun ain't right.
Looks a little bit weird.
Flame wheel.
Yeah, flame wheel.
Never forgot that move.
Alrighty. Alright, that's good for the Pokemon stuff. Let's go on to I don't know if anybody's playing Dragon Ball right now. Who's breathing into their mic like that? That's crazy. Alright, now I'm just saying. Alright.
That's probably my fan behind me. I've had to move the chair a bit.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to say. But yeah, Dragon Ball Fighters got its season pass 3. So you got Goku and Kefla. I'm sorry, the other one don't count. But yeah, I guess I don't know. I can't keep track of their names. I don't know their names. But
you're right though, she don't.
But yeah, this is looking like pretty good DLC. Let me ask you guys: if you watch Dragon Ball, what characters do you guys want to see in the other 3 characters you want to see in this DLC pass?
Super 17.
Tapion.
Yes, Super
Ooh,
17.
Super 17
Super
and
17 and
Tapion.
Tapion, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll actively go buy that game again because I had it early in its life and it felt dry as hell, and I was like, nah, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, me too. Like I didn't like it when it first came out. I mean, like I thought the story was pretty good because it did a lot of like what if scenarios, and I thought that was pretty cool. And they were all voice acted in English. That was
Yeah, like, it
pretty.
was good. Like me as like a competitive fighting game player, like I got tired of playing that game because like the combos didn't feel varied. It felt like everybody knew the exact same combo for every character. So it's just like it was mirror matches even when you weren't playing as the same character. And I was just like, nah, I'm not doing this.
I feel like the same thing was going on with other fighting games. Like they're mostly all the same character. Like you can play them the same way. It's like easy
Relatively the same.
inputs.
I think they're making fighting games easier because they want to how can I appeal to more people. I think that's basically what's happening. Like developers are just sort of like simplifying them because I've been playing, what do you call this one? I've been playing Samurai
Power Rangers?
Showdown.
Oh.
Yeah, Samurai
Oh,
Showdown.
Sam Show.
Yeah, and which I like it. I think it's pretty good. But yeah, it's a simple fighting game. It's pretty. From what I've read online, apparently the previous ones, the ones before I think 5 or 6, I heard those ones were a bit more technical in some ways, and this new
Oh
one.
yeah, like
Mhm.
there was like a mechanic in one of the older ones where like you had to do a half circle input plus like 2 buttons, and it was frame perfect so you could catch your opponent's sword and like throw it out their hand.
That's still in the game.
Like back then for some reason that it was basically if you missed you auto death from full health, and I was just like, oh,
Okay, it's not that bad.
oh no.
You can still catch it, but you don't auto that. I think you just lose a bit of HP. But yeah, you can still catch it in the game half circle, and I think it's grab. What do you call that button? Kick and punch. All
What's on the mind?
Oh yeah, Power Rapper the Rapper. That was great.
Oh,
Okay, because I remember that being so frame perfect. Like, oh, you missed? Well, that's the round.
Dead man. Yeah, that's basically it.
Real-
But I have to say they're probably just I think developers are just making them more simple so that more people can get in on it. Even for this one that's coming out, it's based on an RPG. Grand Blue Fantasy, I think. Grand Blue.
Yeah.
Grand Blue Versus.
That one. I played that at what do you call this thing? MCM Comic Con in London last year, and it was a nice game, like pretty looking and all that kind of stuff. But it was simple, and I sat down and I spoke to the PR about it, and he basically said, yeah, they're not really making it too technical and stuff like that. That's not where the bread and butter for the game comes in. It does have certain mechanics and stuff that's supposed to make it deeper for people who really want to dig into that, but it's not their focus really with this game. And I feel like pretty much every fighting game that's going to be coming out, there's that League of Legends one coming out and a couple others. I don't think they're going to be that technical, and I think that's just generally where developers are going because it's easier to let people in the door, knowing that it's simple. Like you can think, oh, I can get in on this easy, and then hopefully they stick, and then maybe people get good, and then they start playing technical again. Who knows?
And like they get competitive.
Yeah, pretty much. There's always Guilty Gear though, if you really want a technical, or Blaze Blue. Those
well,
are-
Guilty Gear is apparently going to be just like you said, more
Yeah,
simplified.
it's gonna be way more
damn.
simplified.
Like
Well-
I saw like footage of it from like as someone who's been playing Guilty Gear for years, it was just like, okay, there's some things you can still do that was in older Guilty Gear, but then like I kept looking, I'm like, oh, this is different.
Yeah.
But back to
I'm still
Shadow's
getting
topic, which characters I want. I was just looking over, and I was saying, I'd like Raditz to be back in. I always thought he was
Raditz?
cool. Yeah, I'd like Raditz.
I thought Raditz. Oh, Raditz. I don't know
Yeah,
why I thought
it's
Napa
kinda-
Raditz. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say they have Nap in there. Why not get Raditz?
Also, Ooh.
Oh yeah.
In his
Ooh.
Maju
But
form.
I still want them to adapt the ending to the original ending to Dragon Ball Z, where Goten was a little bit older and Trunks, that version of Trunks where he was a little cocky, because every adult version of Trunks isn't he doesn't act like he does when he was a kid. So we still don't have an canned
True.
mainline version of Trunks. But yeah, Oob, and also just for fun and whatnot, why not either Mr. Satan, Hercule, or Roshi?
Ugh. Okay.
Okay. I'm feeling with that Oob thing. I'm a big fan of Oob or Majoob, so I'm
Yeah,
good with that one. Yeah, he's a good character.
and just for why not Deborah? Because if anybody played freaking Budokai 3, he had one of the cleanest ultimate attacks ever.
And I hated getting hit by it.
I think I want I forgot his name. Okay, I can't remember his name right now. I gotta look this up. You know what? One of the other ones I want Super Saiyan 4 Goku.
I mean, he kind of got him, but at the same
Nah.
time,
Super attack, bro.
Nah, make him his own separate character. You got like 5 Gokus in the game already. You can add one more.
Exactly.
Hey, we need another Vegeta, a Royal Blue Vegeta.
Oh yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Do something with that. Nah, Majin Vegeta.
Oh yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Majin Vegeta, yeah.
Majin Vegeta would be dope.
Not gonna lie, the safe choices though, I feel like is gonna be freaking Top or Topo.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What do we call him? Top or Topo?
I call him Topo.
Yeah, me
I
too.
got Topa too. I see someone in the chat says Bulma in a mech, which I like Bulma, so that could be pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
That would be interesting.
I remember there was like a character like that in Budokai Tenkaichi 3. It was on like Dr. Wheelo, Emperor Pilaf, with mine.
ribbon
I don't
on
remember the dog. Yeah, like I remember that being a thing.
What if they put Garlic Jr.?
Ew.
I mean, no, but it's cool for the people who want them. Y'all don't have rights anyways, but
Oh man.
just saying.
They need to
What
break.
about Trunks?
Garlic Jr.?
What about Trunks and my combo, like a combo character with Trunks and my, so
Oh, with
17 and
the
18.
we could just basically ship them basically. It'd be pretty nice.
I like that concept how the future version of him has like a relationship with her. That's kind of cool.
Another character I'd want to see, Turles. Just because I swear, every game Turles ends up in, he has more than he should for what he did in the Tree of Might. Like, this man has attacks that you don't see him use in Tree of Might, so I'm just like, why not just throw him into fighters and just do OG Goku Black some respect.
What about a non-Dragon Ball character, like maybe another Shonen character, or maybe a character from something else?
Naruto, baby.
Oh no, God no!
I mean,
Stop this.
I was thinking about that. A crossover character would be cool because it could also.
If there's any crossover character that needs to be, and we all know who it's got to be,
And that is?
O'Reilly.
Oh, that's right.
Dr. Slump.
yeah.
Dr. Slump.
Oh
She's
right,
already
right,
made an
right.
appearance in the franchise twice.
Yeah, this is true.
True.
I got flashbacks to Tenkaichi 3 and that mission where you had to fight her as Kid Goku.
Yeah, I love that mission.
I hated it. It's so hard for no reason.
I know she hit you across the whole map.
Yeah, O'Reilly.
It's like,
put
where
it
my
on.
health at? O'Reilly should definitely show up.
Yeah, knowing Bandai Namco, they'll probably just put in one of their characters from maybe one of the upcoming games. Maybe a character from Tales of Arise, maybe,
Oh, that would be fire.
That would be insane.
It would also be.
Character and like that Toriyama style would seem pretty cool. Remind me of Chrono Trigger a little bit.
I'd like another. I'd like a character just from another shonen, just to do like a proof of concept if they did another anime game with fighters, concept.
That's the thing, though, because you remember
Urameshi! Sorry. I'm a little sick. It's cold up here.
But
let
me ask-
Say go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say I would say a good one when it comes to that is Kenshiro, because Arc System has already made a 2D Fist of the North Star game on the PS2, so
Yeah.
it'd be cool if we threw him in there to see his reception. Probably remake that game, that 2D game, because that 2D game is still making its way to like tournaments. I think it was at Evo of 2018.
And Evo Japan.
Yeah. See, that game was people fucking love that game. Bring back Fist of the North Star in a way.
Watching people play that game is like, that's a different breed of wild.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever amount to that in my life. Like, that's scary.
Okay, all right. Let's move on to our next topic. Wait, we got echo. What's going on?
That might be me. Sorry.
Okay, I'm about to say Riku. Gotta stop that echo.
Echo
Man.
Sun 1.
Sound all right? Shit. All right, so we gotta move on to Persona. Persona Scramble. It looks like it came out and it sold pretty well. I think it sold about 150k copies rather. and it didn't sell as well as Persona 5 did. I guess vanilla Persona 5 did. And I don't think it did as good as Royal either.
Didn't do as good as Q either. Persona Q outsold it on
Oh,
Wii.
Really?
what?
Wait, Q2
Yeah,
outsold it?
Surprising.
Persona Q. The only one that didn't outsell it was Persona 4 Arena, which was the fighting game. Everything else seems to have beaten it.
Yeah, Vanilla Arena was pretty bad,
Yeah.
and Arena 2.
So
I
were
forget
the
how you
sales
messed up
exactly
Arena.
bad or just?
Under expectations. So Alice had expectations for it. This is just Japan, though.
Mhm.
So it's under expectations, but you never know. I mean, I think Persona sells better in the West than it sells in Japan. So I
That
don't know
sounds
what.
crazy. Yeah, you might be right about that.
I
And
do
didn't it
remember
also do better on
seeing.
PS4 than on Switch? Surprisingly.
That's what I was gonna mention. I do
Yeah.
remember seeing something about it being on like, oh well, it's Scramble so bad on Switch, and I'm like maybe because Persona 5 regular wasn't on Switch, so there's a lot of people who wanted to play that and instead got Scramble. And it's just like I wanted JRPG, not action RPG.
I would say also not only that, but also Warrior games. Personally, I think play better on like the PS4 or something, just because there's not as much characters. I haven't played it on the Switch. I haven't played the demo, so
I'm
I
waiting
played
to
the
like
demo on the Switch. On the Switch,
I'm
it
waiting for
actually
that game to
runs.
come out in English.
Uh, yeah, I'm waiting for it in English too. But I played the demo on the Switch. It actually runs pretty well. It's
oh
not
okay.
that. I
Is
played
it?
the PS4 demo and the Switch demo. You still see a bunch of enemies. It still plays pretty much the same. The frame rate is, it seems slightly lower. Like it does. I can't say for sure because I don't have any software to like test the
Yeah.
actual frame rate. But it actually runs pretty fine. Like I didn't really feel any big issue with it. I'm likely leaning towards getting like, at this point in time when I do decide to get the game, I'm leaning towards the Switch version partially because I feel like I play more on my Switch than my PS4.
Mm.
And
Mm.
I kind of feel like the Persona
It's
games
definitely
are
really
at
better.
some point going to be released on PC, and I'll want it on the PC at that point in time. So it's like, do I want to have this on PS4 and PC or PC and Switch? So I'm feeling PC and Switch. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'm thinking maybe I'll get Scramble on the Switch and yeah, because I wasn't getting it at first, but after playing the demo, I saw Shadow's video and I was like, you know what? Maybe I was wrong. And I made a video
Mm.
admitting I was wrong, and
Mm.
and now I'm getting the game. So
So would you say Q? Would you say you never saw it coming? How good Persona Scramble
Ah,
was?
You
everybody in the
cheesy
chat boo
motherfucker.
Shadow for that. Boo Shadow for that bad
All right.
I thought you were better than that,
Oh,
man.
absolutely not. I'm not above that. I will definitely do that any chance I get. All
oh
right.
man, that's good. That was a
So
good one.
so okay. So Persona 5's Royal seems to have come under attack for, I guess, censorship. I guess you could say the game is,
Oh boy.
yeah, the game is gonna alter some scenes, or alter some dialogue rather. So apparently there was this scene at the beach, I think in Persona 5, in which
Oh
two,
no, it's Akihabara and the beach.
yeah, and two gay guys were really direct with Ryuji, I believe. And they came on as like predatory, and they're gonna change the dialogue to it to make it seem less quote unquote predatory, I guess. Um, how do you guys feel about developers altering things for the West like that?
I stand the same way as I said with with uh, Tokyo Mirage Session. I'm a bit less with this particular one because it didn't, for me, it doesn't have much of an impact on the game for me playing it more so. But I do not like censorship, and I feel most people who play JRPGs feel the same way. It's like it's not the fact of what's being censored; it's the fact that it is being censored. So for this particular censorship, for me, it's less important per se because of the fact that it's a minor aspect. It's just a couple scenes in the game, and it doesn't really change the overall story of the game. So for me, it's like it's a side story thing. I'm not that bugged about it too much per se. It's not like I'm unlocking something from this that I can have for the rest of the game or something like a costume or something like that. So it doesn't bug me as much because it's just dialogue. But I would say, yeah, I mean, it being censored, it's gonna bug some people. Not me so much, but I know a lot of people are gonna be, well, some people are gonna be bugged by it. So yeah.
So it's interesting. We got some people in the chat saying, Acebreaker saying this isn't censorship, simple localization that I don't mind at all. Heeson, Jonah said all it is editing scenes and dialogue for gay guys in that scene. Okay.
It is censorship though because it was in the original Persona 5, so
Yeah.
it is being censored because if it wasn't in the original, then you could say it's localization, but it was, so it is censorship. They've just decided to censor it on this version of the game.
I think this could be misconstrued in some ways, just because some people could take it as, like I see somebody in chat saying something about homophobic stuff, but I think it's more so the fact that Ryuji is an underage person, and to be,
To be like approached like that.
yeah, approached like that by probably, because those are probably more adults that's talking to him, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's probably one of the main reasons they're censoring it, because again, the age demographic and age of consent in Japan is much lower, right?
Yeah, it is much
compared to
lower
like
than over here.
other places.
Yeah. So I think that's probably one of the main reasons they're doing it, as opposed to it being the fact that they're, gay characters.
They did say that the developers, I think there was an interview, I can't remember who interviewed them, but someone did interview them about it, and they did say that it was because they felt it wasn't, how can I say, like, it wasn't handled properly or something like that. It was like they did it, but it wasn't the best version of it, I guess. I don't know how the best way to put this, because I don't want to misquote anyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it is because of the fact of the topic of it being homophobic or whatever. It is I think that's the reason that it's being taken out of this game, especially because of the fact that a lot of things are being when it comes to media, a lot of media is being attacked because of things that are viewed as homophobic or anything like that. And I think that's the reason that the developers just don't want that sort of connotation attached to their game. And so maybe that's their reason for doing it for the most part. I don't know. But
Okay.
again, I don't think it's too big a deal for me. Like, I'm still playing Persona 5 Royale. Like, even
I
though
know, right?
I'm annoyed that
Like-
it's not coming to the Switch yet. I mean, you know what? You know what's the punch in the gut? Is Atlas releasing a survey asking what games would you like on the Switch? And then they list Persona 5 Royale. I'm like, you bastards! You knew I wanted this. Like, why would you do this to me? So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, personally, for me, this doesn't change the fact that I'm gonna get like 5 copies of Persona 5 Royal. Okay.
I'm with Shadow on this.
I mean, you do hate to see this type of altering. I guess it's done for, cultural differences between Japan and America. And I guess if the wrong person saw it, they would throw a shitstorm about it, even though they probably don't even play the damn game to begin with.
Big fat.
Yeah.
But
people don't play it.
yeah, this is for me personally. This is not enough for me to say no. I'm boycotting the game. I would never want to see a game altered now, but hey, I don't think this is a hill I want to die on at this particular point.
If they take out my swimsuit, then I will die on this hill. But
Like, I agree with both Q and Shadow on this. Like, it's whatever. I'm still gonna play the game. It's not gonna stop me from spending like 10 hours in Mementos chasing down the Reaper.
There we go.
It's not gonna change that. My problem is that the people, they think 2 to 3 minutes ruin a 100-hour game.
yeah.
That's my problem. Why does that small bit that has no effect on the plot ruin everything? It's like the people who see like a hot spring scene in an anime, and it's like a 5-minute clip from a 12-episode anime, and they're like, oh my god, it's one of these anime, and then they watch it and they're like, wait, this is kind of dark. What was with the hot spring scene?
Now that you mention, I kind of wonder why they even feel the need to even let us know that some things are censored if they're very minuscule,
Yeah, they probably should have just ignored it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
they only
could press
address
them.
it
Here's the thing:
They
if
only
they
addressed it
ignored it,
for the people.
someone's gonna find out, and then it would
And
be
throw a shit fit.
completely different thing of why did you guys ignore this? Why did you thought you were slick, huh? And that's what would have happened if they ignored it.
How dare you?
Yeah. So
It is
you know how
pressed
people,
though.
you know how the internet goes, man.
Yeah.
They'll twist it and make you look like the bad guy any way they know how.
Like they'll make like hour-long rant videos about this 2 minutes, and then to get that quick fame and to be like, see, people really do care about what I have to say. When really no, they're just here for the hot controversial topic of the week. This won't
That's a
matter.
good point.
Yeah.
This won't matter.
The weirdest
for a
thing is
while.
when you see people who don't actually cover JRPGs talk about topics like this, and you're like, do you even know what you're talking about? Like, really? It's always weird that when I see people who, like, this guy is, like, playing Halo and COD every week, and then his videos are all Halo and COD, and then all of a sudden he's like, this persona problem, blah, 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 and it's like, dude.
It's like, who are you?
Exactly.
Why are you in this domain? This ain't your topic. This ain't your expertise.
Hey man, they get clicks. It gives you that ad revenue. They want that attention.
Sure, ad revenue makes a lot of people make a lot of videos that they probably otherwise wouldn't.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so let's move on to our next topic here. We got the Xbox Series X. We got a lot of information on this thing. But the one thing I am very interested in is that it's going to be 12 teraflops. Now, I am big on PC gaming. I like to think that I know a bit about PC gaming. But I want to ask you guys this question. What the fuck are teraflops?
Exactly what I'm thinking right now.
I was hoping you was gonna explain.
No lie. I heard terra and I'm like, oh, it's 12 terabytes. That's ridiculous. 12 teraflops. What?
It's
Oh,
made
repeat
up
that again?
language for consoles, basically. It's like an arbitrary sort of thing that they've come up with to sort of like equate power on a console. It doesn't really mean anything, realistically speaking. And the most important thing at the end of the day when it comes to any console is like where the game's at. And Xbox better come with games if they really want to get people. Like,
Absolutely.
I don't care how much teraflops you have. The Xbox One X is the most powerful console on the market. That shit has no games, man. So like, yeah.
It's a very nice box. I could stand it next to my gaming PC and be like, damn, bro, what's with the external hard drive? No, that's an Xbox Series X. A what?
So,
I mean, it technically is a 4 terabyte hard drive.
So what do you guys think is going on here with the console war and stuff? What's going on with the PS5? Why isn't Sony bringing out any information? We got all this information on the Series X, variable rate shading, hardware accelerated, DirectX ray tracing, quick resume for multiple games, smart delivery. We're getting all these details about the next gen Xbox, but Sony is out here just twiddling their thumbs and being like, yeah, it's great for Microsoft and everything. We got the PS5 logo here, guys. You want to see that logo?
The same logo we've been
Yeah.
just with a different number.
In my opinion, I think when it comes to their demeanor, Shadow, it's completely different. You gotta remember who won this generation that we're in right now.
PS4.
It's Sony.
Yep.
It's PS4.
Yeah.
Right. I think Sony right now is on their cocky shit. Where they're like, you see, we know they're under cocky shit, but them literally pulling out of every single conference or showing that they could these past going on 2 years now. Every time there's a conference coming, Sony is like, yeah, we're not showing up. Why?
Nah, we got our own
No response. We're not showing up. They feel that they don't have to really work for the fans that they already have. So when it comes to even going into this year, as soon as we get into 2020, hey, we're in 2020. Sony's like, oh yeah, by the way, we're not coming to E3. What the fuck? And Sony is just
Bro,
bro, we will show you what the PlayStation's got to offer when we are ready. And we, at the top, feel that we don't have to abide by anyone's rules. E3's not going to hold us down. You aren't going to hold us down. Xbox ain't going to hold us down. So shut the fuck up and wait. And we all are sitting here like, well, fuck. This shit we really
Well,
can't
shit.
do. We're sitting here thirsting for PlayStation 5 news, but at the end of the day, when Sony drops the fucking, whenever the fuck they drop it, the whole world's gonna explode. The whole world explode over a goddamn logo that someone could have did in 5 minutes. Made it the biggest
I actually saw a
liked.
video.
They made that
on Twitter.
PlayStation 5 logo the biggest liked
Like,
image on Instagram history. What?
Wait, what? Are you serious?
Yes.
Are you dead
It's the
ass?
highest liked thing on Instagram.
Oh
ever.
yeah, it is.
Yo, a goddamn
This is
logo.
how thirsty people are
Bro, like,
for just a little inkling of some Sony nectar. They're crazy,
bro,
So it's like
I saw a
that's what's
video of
going
somebody
on
making
here.
that logo in 10 seconds.
Yes,
It's
that's
a
the thing.
logo.
Like Sony knows what the fuck going on, right? So whenever the fuck they drop it, they know they can drop it at any time and fucking set the fucking internet on fire. I'll tell you why they haven't shown anything right now. It's because of Xbox. Xbox, like we said, every fucking couple weeks or so, they come out with new information about the Xbox. Xbox can do this. Xbox can do that. Xbox can do this. And these Xbox guys are jacking it off. Yeah, the Jergens. Yeah. These yellow Xbox Jergens. Where you PlayStation guys at? Where you at, son? Where you at? And we all sitting here twiddling our thumbs. And Sony's like, yeah, cool. Let them get their nut out. And then once you find out everything you need to know about the Xbox, and everybody's bored and they're just waiting now, then Sony's be like, all right, everybody ready for this PlayStation 5? And then the whole world's gonna explode. I'm telling you what's happening. It's gonna happen.
I think
We'll see.
the PlayStation, like Sony, they're trying to cut the Xbox as soon as they reveal that price.
Like,
That can be it too.
They could do that. Yeah, they could
that's
undercut that.
definitely
I mean,
a possibility.
they did right after Microsoft announced that, oh, our system is going to require online connectivity, and then they announced, oh, you don't need to do that. You can. When they did that weird video where they had like a guy come over and hand another guy a game.
Yeah, you can share.
You could borrow
That's
my
how we
game.
share.
So I feel like, yeah, like that's part of the reason. But I mean, on a global scale sort of things, I think Sony's situation is a bit more different than Microsoft as well, because they did have announcements that they were going to make at different events, and they've had to cancel that because of the coronavirus thing that's going on over in Asia.
Yeah.
And Japan has been hit really bad by that. I mean, I have a couple of friends who are in Japan right now, and that's all they're posting on their Facebook is like, oh, I can't get face masks and stuff like that. So with Sony pulling out of all sorts of stuff, even GDC got cancelled today. I saw an announcement about that. They just canceled the whole event. Like, the event is done. They're not doing GDC this year. So I think for that reason, like, even if Sony did have plans, because from what I was hearing, is that it was supposed to be announced either by now we would have gotten some news, but because of that, it's pushing back game releases and it's pushing back announcements like the PlayStation 5. So I don't think we'll be hearing about the PlayStation 5 for a little bit until like they sort out what's going on over there with that virus and all that kind of stuff. I should say, hopefully it doesn't come over on this side of the world. I'm currently on this side of the world, so like.
As far as I'm hearing, the first person just died from coronavirus earlier today
in the US.
in America. Yeah.
Oh man, you know
Some shit.
what? I'm in the Caribbean, so like right now.
I said I'm in the Caribbean. He said I'm good.
I'm good. The sun
I'm cut off from the world.
Yes, exactly. Well, actually, no. We just had Carnival here, so people came in. A lot of people actually. Ludacris was here for Carnival, and so was Nicki Minaj and a bunch of other people. So hopefully,
like a good time.
it was. Well, no, I didn't attend. I was playing, Nintendo Switch, but that's it. Jordy had a good
That sounds
time.
like a good time too, though.
But hopefully no one brought the corona with them. Hopefully they didn't. Hopefully no Americans came with it. But
I do not represent all Americans, just saying. I disown all of them for being walking bioweapons. That's not right.
That's why I ain't
Wash
going
your
nowhere.
hands, kids.
I'm
one of my
staying
mates,
home.
he came in for Carnival, right? And he's American, but his parents are from Trinidad, so he has the option to get a Trinidadian passport. And he's like, well, you know what? Things are getting a bit heated over here. Dude applied for a passport immediately as he got here, and he says, I'm getting my passport in a couple of weeks. So if you see me come back, you know why. So I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I'm seeing that.
So wait a minute. GDC is canceled because of coronavirus?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I saw a news piece on it pop up on my phone earlier today. That GDC was cancelled.
Wow.
So I'm thinking one of the events that's probably going to get cancelled as well, which I'm hoping it does because I want to attend it, and I feel like I'm gonna be attending in a hazmat suit if it doesn't get canceled. And that is Gamescom 2020
Oh yeah.
from because it's in Europe and Germany's not too far away from Italy, so I want to do Gamescom, but I hope it gets cancelled, at least until they figure out the coronavirus thing. And if it does, then I won't have to be in a hazmat suit. If it doesn't, then I've already got like an entire gas mask thing in my Amazon cart, and I'm buying a lot of gloves,
Lens
and
is ready.
I'll be prepared just in case. So I ain't dying just to do a conference that I
Oh,
want.
so the chat is saying that GDC is delayed. It's not
Oh, it's
canceled.
delayed.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
wow. Okay, well, I guess I was wrong. Okay. From what I'm seeing here, just cancelled GDC. I'm seeing has been cancelled. TechCrunch has it. SlashGear has it. I don't know. I know TechCrunch. I don't know the other website. So I can't confirm for sure. But it says officially postponed until summer.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, so cancelled for now, postponed until summer. So, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think the corona, like when I was like hearing about the coronavirus, I didn't think it was that big of a deal, but now it's like it's actually becoming a real big deal. I don't know if the media is trying to scare us or something like that.
They kind of are.
Yeah.
They always do.
Yeah, but a lot of things like Sony's backing out from things. Other developers are backing out. Like I think like Unreal Engine backed out at E3 or something like that, or PAX or something like that. I don't even know. Like people, like I know some people who are backing out of PAX who are saying they don't want to go to PAX. Basically, like my whole travel plans for this year has been put on hold because of this goddamn virus, for the most part. Cause I got like two people that I was supposed to go to California with, and they don't want to go anymore because of the coronavirus. And I'm like, God damn, I really wanted to go.
Understandable.
I know, yeah, but
Everyone's dying over.
but I really wanted to go to Anime Expo, and it's like, God damn, I can't go now. Damn. But
Well,
yeah, I guess it's a risk.
It is a risk. I mean, are you gonna risk your life for an event? That's the thing for me. I'm actually thinking about it. Like I'm at the point where I'm like, I want to go, but is my life weighted enough? And I'm thinking, is a hazmat suit gonna protect me? Like a mask and glove, will I be good? And then burn all my clothes when I get back from the event. But yeah, I have to say, I am really weird about, like, I really want to do a lot of events this year. Like, I wanted to do one in Canada as well. And I'm thinking I may end up canceling it, you know. I wanted to spend an entire month in Canada, you know, looking around Toronto and doing all sorts of cool shit. But it may not happen. Even Japan was on my list because last year I saw tickets to Japan from London for, like, 250 pounds. And I was like, that's a decent price, man. But now I don't want to go. I'm afraid I'm gonna die.
Okay.
Yeah, it's scaring me. But that's probably Sony's problem, I think, because they did state that that's the reason they canceled on going to PAX and those other things. So maybe that's the reason for not launching anything about the PlayStation 5.
Okay.
They don't want to show off anything, and then the virus screws them over, and they miss like their designated release date, and they're like, "Well, shit."
Alrighty. Alright, so let's move on real quick. First of all, we got Pelvic in the building. Is that true? Or Pelvic's here, guys. We didn't talk about it. We didn't talk shit about Nier Automata yet or anything like that. We should start that right now then. Nah.
Oh yeah.
2B, let me stop.
No, literally, fuck 2B. No. Alright, so
And what they said.
By the way, Pelvic, you're coming in just a tad bit low. I want to turn your volume up a bit.
Okay.
yeah, maybe I can turn you up on my end. Well, that's probably for the chat, I guess. Alright, so before we get into our next topic, we have a slight giveaway going on right now. My good buddy Lanny S at Skilltree Sesh on Twitter has been gracious enough to give us some Steam codes. So I will be dropping those in the chat randomly as hell as the podcast is going on. If you guys want those, you probably should open up your Steam stuff. Alrighty, so our next topic right now. Let's see what we got going on here. I guess real quick we'll talk about. I don't think has anybody played Code Vein here.
I did.
What'd you think about it? Because this game went on to sell over 1 million copies worldwide, which I didn't think that was going to be possible, especially in a short amount of time. Really, I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, yo, this game deserved it. This game went through hell and back when it came to development. This game was delayed a full year from like having merchandise and limited editions out when it came to like all its pre-order stuff.
You know, honestly, I think at this point, since it's Bandai Namco, and as many problems as everybody has with Bandai Namco, I feel like they've become a juggernaut. They can kind of do no wrong. They'll always get the sales.
That's true.
I played through the entirety of Code Vein with my girlfriend, and I genuinely enjoyed it. It was a good time. We both had a lot of fun. I'm not saying I go back to it like a Dark Souls game, because I feel like you get very OP in terms of like what the game hands you very early. So like, it's kind of like, nice, but I know what my build is going to be for every single playthrough. So it's just like, nah, I'm good.
So it's not like a Souls game or Bloodborne. It's not as good as Souls.
Like, they give you these things called codes where like it gives you different like access to different skills and abilities, but then you get one later on that's tied to the plot that's just like, oh yeah, this is OP as hell. This lets you basically do everything. You can do magic, heavy attacks, light special attacks. You're good. Just go ahead, break the game in half.
So isn't that good that you can have the customization options to break the game like that?
I feel like it should be good, but at the same time, it limits like your struggle through the game in a way, because it's like, even then, after you get that code, it technically kind of like gives you access to everything, even when you're on other quote unquote classes. You can still do everything else no matter what. And I feel like they should have rebalanced that in a way.
Yeah, I really wanted to find the time to play Code Vein. I just could not do it. I don't think I'm into these type of games. I don't think I'm into these Dark Souls, Bloodborne types. I don't know. This seems so...
It's very good for the character customizer. Like, just you could sit there and just customize characters for hours. That's definitely worth it. But don't expect much else like after your first playthrough, because you see the plot, you already know what you're getting into.
Okay, all right, fair enough. I hope it does come out with a sequel. I don't know if I'm gonna play it personally, but I think 1 million sales worldwide warrants another game.
Yeah,
Probably.
I definitely do too.
This is Bandai Namco. They're gonna do a sequel.
Do you guys think that? Oh yeah, isn't there a DLC coming out for the game soon?
I think the second one.
Okay.
I think it's the second DLC.
You gonna get that? You gonna play that?
Possibly. Mm-hmm. But first, I need to play those Cold Steel games before Riku kills me.
You probably should.
Yeah, don't let Riku know that. Actually, yeah, you need to play those. Those are really good games.
They're worth it.
Alrighty, so that was a small topic here. So Wonderful 101. I guess it got funded via Kickstarter to get this remaster.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But how is that possible when the game is coming out in like a couple of months?
They just
That Kickstarter was funded in damn near seconds after it went up.
Also, it's a port, and it's ported into the Switch from another Nintendo console, the Wii U. So it's like, I don't think they have a lot of work to do. I mean, look at how many Wii U games have been ported to the Switch. I doubt it's a lot of work for them to do it. So.
True. And I think it's also going to PS4 and Steam.
Really, is it?
Yeah, that was the whole point of the Kickstarter, to get it on other consoles.
Maybe the Switch version comes out first and the others come out later. A lot of people have done that. Developers have just released. They say, "Oh, it's coming out next month," but it's coming out next month for one platform, and then the others come later. So maybe that's what they're gonna do.
Possibly, I can see that happening.
I will say they showed a little snippet of the like a little small trailer. It does look really good.
Does anybody here play Wonderful 101 when it came out on that garbage console? What garbage console was that?
On the Wii U.
Oh,
The Wii U.
oh, that garbage. Oh man, I feel sorry for anybody who owned that thing.
I ain't own it.
But it was a really fun game. It had a lot of puzzles. It was basically, if anyone's ever played Kirby Campus Curse, where you kind of have to like draw lines to guide little ball Kirby, it's kind of like that, but you're like controlling literally hundreds of characters at once, and you're drawing shapes to turn them into like either a sword or a fist, a gun, many different things. and it was one of those unique experiences that you kind of just got to try for yourself.
Let me ask you guys a question. You guys think this game would have sold as well if it didn't get this Kickstarter, or is it going to be anywhere on the radar? Because I feel like if this game just came out, it wouldn't have done that great.
I think it would sell. I mean,
I think it would have done just fine.
I think anything that came out, because a lot of games came out on the Wii U that they just didn't sell well on the Wii U because it's the Wii U. It was that thing. But I think a lot of things just sell well on the Switch. One, the Switch is a great console to have, and it's easy to see why people would buy it. And also, Wonderful 101 was actually a decent game. It wasn't a bad game to begin with, and people know of it. So a lot of people, just like for example, like Tokyo Mirage Session or Xenoblade Chronicles X, you know, those games people know of them. The only reason most people didn't play them is because it was on the Wii U, and not if it was on something else they'd have gotten it. You know, so I feel like that's the same situation with this. So it will sell. I mean, it definitely will. Either way.
Oh, okay. Ace Burker in the chat said the port was already done. The Kickstarter was done for paying for publishing. Oh, well,
okay.
They made it seem like this game wouldn't have been in existence without the Kickstarter.
They definitely did.
Yeah, like they were like, "Yo, if you don't buy this game is gonna fade away."
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who spoke when they were telling me or telling like how to play it. What is it? Where you draw shapes or you draw?
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had no idea about this game, right? Everyone tells me to play it, but I don't know, you kind of, I don't know, deterred me from it. That doesn't sound like fun to me. Like,
Nah, I mean, that's one of the aspects of it. It's like, it's a amalgamation of a bunch of different things you have to do. It's kind of like if you're controlling a bunch of Pikmin, but you can actually sort of fight a lot more. It's a lot more of that over-the-top action like in Platinum's games.
I mean, maybe it's more exciting than I guess you're alluding to.
Yeah.
Then you're saying, well, because you were telling it, and you know, you said Kirby is like the canvas Kirby, which doesn't very interesting. Someone who's like down on a Kirby tip. So I don't know. I just maybe I have to watch some like gameplay trailer and see because people like swear by this game, and I'm just like,
it was a really fun game.
You know, I mean, I've been wrong before. I never wish a game's bad. You know, who wants to waste their time on a bad game, right? So. Maybe we'll see, but I mean, people obviously want it because the Kickstarter is just popping, you know. So
yeah, it definitely has a strong fan base behind it as well.
Yeah, sounds like it.
I think Nintendo should just re-release everything that came out on Wii U on the Switch.
Might as well.
Also.
Yeah, so we can just like get away from that dumbass console, whatever it was called.
You know
I mean, they almost there. How many more games they got to do?
They gotta do Wind Waker.
I hated that in the beginning. Oh, we do have Wind Waker. That's a great one. But like, remember the beginning when everybody was saying like, oh my God, we're tired of ports, new games, new games. Now everybody's like on Team Port and stuff.
I think they say that for things outside of Nintendo.
Yeah.
No, I heard it for Nintendo. People were like, oh my God, we're getting a port. Like, oh wow. Are you kidding me? I mean, I heard like you're right. It does happen on PlayStation and maybe X. I don't keep up with that thing, but you know, I feel like everyone hated ports. People were just. And then Mario Kart 8 sold stupid well, so they were like, "Oh, we're on to something."
That was straight up the same game. I don't know why they.
Like it was the same game. They just didn't make you buy the DLC again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't Mario Kart come with like the Switch or something like that, or was that the Wii?
There was a bundle like that.
Yeah, they had like a Black Friday bundle or something.
Oh, okay.
That bundle. Unfortunately. I wish it was that game is never on sale. Like I'm always on the Switch store, like thinking, you know what, maybe it'll go on sale today. And it never is. It's always $60. I'm like, damn it.
That's pretty much every Nintendo game.
Yeah. Nintendo games don't go on sale.
I walked into a GameStop about like 2 weeks ago.
Whoa, God damn. Jesus, you came in terrible.
I'm sorry. I walked into a GameStop about 2 weeks ago and saw Pokemon Diamond for I think $35, and I'm like, why?
You can keep that.
I was like, I like Diamond, but y'all need to stop.
I think I saw like Soul Silver or Heart Gold for like $50 one time.
Oh yeah, they're still the most expensive Pokemon games.
That's ridiculous.
If you have the little Pokewalker with it, oh, you can make some money.
I had the Pokewalk and everything, but someone stole my copy. I don't know where it is.
Ow. That hurt.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to it. It's just gone missing and I can't find it.
Also, fun fact, I think those are the only DS cartridges that are black.
Really?
Oh yeah, because of the IR scanner built into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? Black History Month. No, you.
Well, not anymore. It's March 1st.
No. You could count it in. If we could.
It's Black History 365. You don't need a month to celebrate it.
There we go.
Exactly, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
You see that? You see, this is why Pokemon, why second gen was the best. It's black as well. See that?
Oh my God. Okay. On that note, let's go to our one gotta go segment.
Oh, no.
This is a interesting one gotta go. We got consoles now. For one gotta go, we don't exactly hate any of these or want to see them go on forever. It's purely for discussion. Okay. So if you had to pick one of these to get the fuck out for good. Oh, wait, wrong one. We got the PS2, the PS3, and the PlayStation 4. Which one of these would have to be erased right now?
Tree. It would be Tree for me. PS2 is too iconic, and PlayStation 4 has, well, you can play old games on it, and it's got better graphics. So I'd get rid of Tree. It's the middle ground. It's in between the two. So you can still play some PS3 games on PS4, I think, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, PS4 is there's just Uncharted is on the PS4. You know, I'm not gonna give up Uncharted. I'm not gonna give up The Last of Us. And the PS2 is just too iconic. Like, you can't get rid of the PS2. It's the best-selling console of all time. So who the hell would get rid of that? So yeah.
I'm really lost in thought right now. Like, that's.
You can't think of anything, Subscape? Well, come on, man. What you got?
Because, like, I love the PS2 to death. That was, like, one of my first consoles. The PS3, I spent an unhealthy amount of time playing Black Ops 2 and Tales of Exilia on, and Tales of Grace's F. And the PS4 currently, like, I hate its UI, how it lags and stutters into next week, because who designed this UI? It functions horribly for me. I don't know why. But it also, like, has a lot of good games on it. It's also, like, I'd have to say 3, just because I didn't spend a lot of time with, like, all the games. I spent, like, maybe, like, 10 games on it that I spent time with, and that's about it. But, like, the 2, I can go back to literally anything from that era, and I'm good. Okay. You can hand me a PlayStation 2 and the whole library. I'll be like, all right, I'll see y'all in, like, 4 years. Don't call me.
So you're getting rid of the PS3?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I'd probably go with the PS3 as well, just because that was a weird era. Like, we got some iconic games, but when you look at, I think PS4 has built up I want to say an even better library now, along with the PS2, which is that's just a legend.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Mm.
And you know, PS3 was in that time where it was just multiplayer. So
play this. No, I don't want to.
I got to go PS3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kill that thing.
Riku, what about you? I don't think Riku's around. Pelvic?
This is a tough one because PlayStation 3 has Nier and PlayStation 4 has Nier Automata.
Ah, man. This should be an easy choice.
Don't let Yoko Taro determine your game choices.
Oh, he does. Oh, it's too late for me.
He does.
It's too late for me. Anything Yoko Taro puts out, I'm already like, all right, buying it, done. If I hate it, I'll be like, I'm buying it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, God. So you'd buy Drakengard too.
I would.
Oh,
would I
no.
play it? I don't know. But would I
Dragon-
buy it?
Kill the
Absolutely.
PlayStation 2 for it, though.
Wait, what?
Which sucks though, because PlayStation 2 had some like really fun times for me.
I know, like, even outside of JRPGs, it's just like wacky games, like freaking Ninja Turtles.
Oh, yeah. Especially if somebody had the multi-tap and there was 4 of y'all.
Oh man,
Some good times,
Ninja, freaking what is it called?
All the Budokai games.
Budokai.
That's what I'm talking about.
Big booty guys. Let's go.
Big booty guys.
Wait.
So wait, Pal, which one you picking?
I was hoping you just like I just like just fade out, you know? You're like, all right, cool.
Nah, you ain't getting away with this.
I don't know. Like, my heart says maybe PS3,
There you go.
but my heart also says no.
So wait, the PS3 only has one game for you.
I have to think about it. Like, you're putting me on the spot, man.
Ah, man.
Fine. You know, I'm gonna say PS. I'm just gonna bite the bullet. Say PS. By Kingdom Hearts, I love you.
All right.
Not even Radiata stories could say. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
I
wow.
played it. So,
Wait, which one did you choose, pal?
PS2.
Chose to get rid of PS2.
Oh, PS2.
I don't. I just want to
Damn.
What?
The outlier.
Hold up, time out. Back it up.
I know. I'm horrible, and I feel bad. I do. I feel like I'm going to gamer hell. I got it. I feel like I have to
You'll go
apologize to
there,
the
the
whole
only
chat.
thing
the
you'll
whole
play is
community,
Action
you know?
52.
Yeah, Pelvin, you gotta apologize to everybody. That's
I know. I'm so sorry. I know.
Okay.
I
All right.
know. So sorry.
But that's weird though. Like, okay, so like PS3 only has the original Nier, so you never played it.
I denounce a whole generation
I
for
know.
this game.
I know. What the hell?
You could still technically play Nier on the Xbox though, the 360. So you could get rid of the PS.
Oh, this is true.
Still do it on the Xbox.
That's true.
My gamer price.
But wait, wait.
No. What is PS3?
Wait,
at?
but there's two versions of the first Nier. There's two versions of the first Nier on PS3.
Yeah, I think they are.
Yeah.
There's Gestalt and Replica.
Yeah, but you
Right.
see, you're helping her argument. You see, the point is
I'm
that
helping her
she
because,
needs
like,
to die.
I understand it's her favorite game, but at the same time,
I know. I feel bad. What was on? I'm trying to remember what was on PlayStation 3. Y'all gonna make me get up after leg day? Come on now. What there were some Tales of games that I liked on PS3, right? Exilia 2, PS3, right?
They're on
Yep.
PC as well, though. So there's also
Exilia
that.
is not on no PC.
Yeah, what you talking about, Sway?
I'd be all over that right now.
I'm just saying, it's gonna be on PC soon. This is Bandai Namco we're talking about.
Yeah, you might be
It
right
was
about
gonna
that.
be on PC 2 years ago. I'm still waiting.
Be
Hey,
patient.
man.
Be patient, like I
I'm still
am.
holding on to mine for that hoping backwards compatibility. I'm still holding on to my copy.
All right, okay. So, Riku,
Oh, my heart.
what are you gonna pick for this one gotta go?
I'm looking at if you guys don't know, I have a Google Docs and I list literally all of my favorite games across all of the platforms. And I'm looking at my top 10 from my PS2, my PS3, and then my PS4. Man, I'm just going back and forth and I'm like, but this has this and this has that.
Oh, what does name me 3 games from PS3?
That I really don't want to leave behind.
Yeah.
Warhawk, Anarchy Reigns, and Sengoku Basara 3 in particular.
Oh, shoot. I forgot about
Those 3 games in particular.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm not the same way, Pelvic. I don't know what those are.
Pelvic, you would love Basar 3, especially the voice acting.
So
I
good.
think so.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna have to pull a Lady Pelvic here.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
What?
One of us, come on, baby.
Cause it has
Come
no.
on, baby.
Oh my god. Oh my
I'm
god.
looking at my PS2 and I just see,
Come on, Boo-Thang.
other than Mega Man X Command Mission, Burnout Revenge, and Tony Hawk's American Wasteland.
Oh, man.
You got plenty of room here. Hey.
I can't believe people would actually say the PS2. That's ridiculous.
I get it. I know. We're going to hell.
I was low key like Sosuke. I played my PS3 an unhealthy amount. You got to remember that's when trophies came into the situation. So I became even more of a gamer during my time playing PlayStation 3
He admits
than I
he's
ever
a
did.
hardcore gamer.
Yeah,
We
than I
got him,
ever did
folks.
in all of my gaming prior to PS3. Because prior to PS3 and trophies, if I didn't beat a game or I didn't finish a game, or a game was a boss is beating my ass or whatnot, I would be like, okay, I guess I'm not beating this game. Then I'll go play something else. But when PS3 started and trophies came into the thing and my gamer cred was put on the line, if a boss is beating my ass, I was like, man, I gotta beat this motherfucker. We not going anywhere until his nigga's dead. So now it's like, it made me a better gamer. So it's like,
Are you a better gamer?
I am definitely.
Oh.
Oh, trust me, I am definitely a better gamer. I fuck shit up now.
Damn.
I fuck shit up now. Back in PS2, man, there were some disgraceful things I would give up on without even trying. Like I remember, I think I gave up on one of the God of Wars. I think it was God of War 1. When you're
Really?
like, yeah, when you're walking across that plank or something, and I just couldn't do it. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna go play something else. Never went back. And then it came out on PS3, and I was like, I did it again and beat it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get rid of PS2.
Oh man.
Crazy.
You hate to
Get rid of
see it.
PS2.
I'm surprised no one said the PlayStation 4 though. Like I have an argument for the PS4. Like get rid
No,
of it.
it has Cold Steel 3. Fall back.
Go-
It's Cold Steel 3 and Persona 5. You're done.
go do three.
And your Automata. And
Yeah, Nier Automata. Like,
The Automata.
PS4 is nowhere in this conversation right now.
Let me-
That's the trifecta right there.
Here are the argument. Here are the argument. For all those games you've
And it has
mentioned,
Berseria.
Berseria. I was just about to say.
Yep.
all of those games you've mentioned are on other platforms. So
Here's the thing. We're only talking about these three right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
Got a point.
Don't try to warp the question, sir. No.
We're only
Nope.
talking about these three right here and competing on. That's I kind of didn't want to talk about backwards compatibility or anything like that because I think, in my opinion, that's cheating.
I'm playing devil's advocate here. I mean, I did say
I
that
understand that.
I'd keep the PS4 and the PS2, but I'm saying if you had to make an argument for the PlayStation 4 being deleted, for me, I would say for the censorship. Like Sony started censoring on the PlayStation 4, so for that reason, I would say yeah, I'd go against the PS4 in that regard.
That's
But
not for me.
yeah, I mean, I still pick the PS4 and the PS2 to stay, but I would, if I had to, like maybe someone held a, what was like sticking me up and said, hey man, you have to choose the PS4 to get rid of. That'd be my argument. Censorship.
Okay, fair
That
enough.
wouldn't be- That wouldn't be mine. No.
What would be
Alright.
if you had
Come on over,
to if you had to
Riku.
argue the PS4? What would you argue for the PS4 to go?
Probably the controller, I guess.
Really?
I do not.
Yeah.
The DualShock 4 is abysmal when it comes to durability.
I use that on my
Um,
PC, man, all the time.
Yeah, like really?
No, I use my
Yes.
Astro controller.
Uh,
You get it
bought
original or
I
turn
bought a PC
Never mind,
controller.
Riku. You can go sit by yourself and.
That's
Wait, we're
crazy.
talking about what we would say if we got rid of the PS4, right?
Yeah, why would you say the controller? It's a great controller.
Really?
It's comfortable,
I
but
don't
it's,
understand
from a
people
durability
still playing
standpoint, it's not that good.
What the fuck are
Mine
you
has
doing? Are you
never
throwing it
stopped
against
I know, right? What the hell are you doing?
No, you can look it up. A lot of people had issues with the DualShock.
They got
Don't
problems.
even get me started on their battery life.
The only
battery
thing
life is
Oh yeah,
fucking
okay, that battery life is pretty garbage.
Only thing I'd say is the big issue with the DualShock 4, especially the original ones without the little light bar, is the freaking rubber pieces on the analog sticks. Those things came off like crazy.
Yeah, the first wave of the DualShock 4s, the analog was just bad durability.
I always wonder how people get those rubber things to come off their controllers. Mine never have that's never happened. to
You-
me.
you-
These
Q,
newer
Q,
ones, that
Q,
isn't
hold
the
up.
case.
Oh, Q, you want to know
Yeah,
why
they're
you never
on
heard that
the-
happen? Because people who have that happen, they're garbage at games, so they really gotta press the buttons really hard.
Damn.
See, I never had a problem with that because I've always been good at games, so
This is the only generation that's really happening though. Like the DualShock 3 didn't have. I don't.
No,
DualShock 3 didn't have this issue.
I had friends who I'd go over to their house to play PlayStation, and those dudes' controllers were like, I started them. Do you eat these controllers? Because
Yo, I do be seeing it when you go into, you remember when Walmart used to have the kiosk and whatnot, and you see their controller, man? Yeah, it does look like someone ate away at the analog.
Goddamn.
Why does the analog on here look like that little GameCube nipple yellow thing on there? It looks like one of those.
You're like, oh my goodness.
There'll be my C stick though. Still love that thing, but I agree.
I
Okay.
can't get rid of the PS4. No, PS4
Okay.
gave me a lot.
So, all right. So for me personally, we are going to keep the PS4. The PS4 has Persona 5. I mean, I could say enough said right there.
Yeah. Throwing away the PS4 is like throwing away Makoto, and I don't think you
Exactly.
wanna do that.
Even this, the PS4 itself, the UI is good. I think it's nice and simple. You can snap back between Netflix and playing the game really easily.
You
And-
got that rest mode.
And the rest mode, rest mode has come through clutch so many times.
Yo, I was using rest mode today because I couldn't really get to a save point in Final Fantasy VIII, and I didn't want to turn that bitch off and do it all over again. Suspend mode actually came in handy.
Yeah.
See? Okay. We are definitely keeping the PlayStation 2. The PlayStation 2 has a plethora of JRPGs. The PS2 is the reason I'm the JRPG gamer I am today. Okay? You got Persona 4, Tales of the Abyss. I don't need to say anything else.
I beat that game recently,
All right.
and if I had owned it as a child, I would die on the hill. If you don't play Tales of the Abyss, you probably play Melee.
Oh, it's legit awesome.
Then you got what else we got? We got so many.
Kingdom Hearts 2 and
Yeah, the good Kingdom Hearts games. You know? All right. Okay.
I'm heavy into Kingdom Hearts, so it really didn't hold me over.
All right. There's,
Oh man, wow, the hate for Kingdom Hearts 3, man. Oh man.
I don't hate it myself. I feel like Nomura was just doing Nomura things with that story.
I've yet to play
Yeah.
it. I got it on sale. Like there was a bundle for like $30 last year where you got all three, and I bought it, and then I just haven't played it yet. So I'm like,
Wait, all three? So that means you got 1.5 sequel.
it's like yeah, you got the entire Kingdom Hearts collection, basically 1.5, 2 point something, everything else that was in there, and then Persona 3. I'm sorry, Kingdom Hearts 3.
You got 7 games for about $50.
No, it was 30.
okay, hold up.
Those who wait.
All right, let me get off my my thing here. Okay, you also got Dragon Quest 8. You got
Oh man.
Xenosaga.
Xenosaga. Xenosaga. Jesus Christ.
Devil Saga.
Digital Devil Saga.
Nocturne.
What?
About that.
Shadow, don't you love that? Nocturne?
I don't know what you're talking about, fam.
Don't you love enemies having infinite press turns?
Oh
Ain't it
god.
great?
Nah, it ain't
talk
great.
about that.
You don't talk about that. All right, we're gonna forget about that. We
Persona
also
3 and 4.
there we go. We also got Shadow Hearts. Dark Cloud.
Shadow Hearts. God.
Listen,
damn.
man, we ain't getting rid of the PS2. All right, anybody who said they got rid of the PS2, I have to question their whole life choices.
Remember, I didn't get super heavy into JRPGs until the early this generation. So
Oh no.
I'm going back and I'm playing all of those, but as of right now, I don't have any connection with them. Remember when I started naming all the JRPGs, they were in the PS4. That's probably why. But I'll probably have a very far more harder time if I played all of the games you mentioned, because I haven't.
Oh, the Disgaea series has started. I forgot.
Yo, we got all these good stuff.
man.
And then okay, so yeah, we for those games, we ain't getting rid of the PS2. So this comes down to the PS3. The PS3 is a terrible console when it comes in comparison. It's got yeah, but everything else too. The controller wasn't that great. The UI was dog shit. I don't care what anybody says.
Again.
All right, and honestly, I think, in my opinion, the worst generation of JRPGs came from the
And games
PS3.
ran worse on it as well. Like they ran better on other consoles than
Yup.
the PS3, so there was that problem.
This is true. Like,
Cell processor, guys. Is that what they called it?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
that's-
You
yeah.
could blame developers for that. No, you could blame both of them.
I blame
Honest-
Sony.
You could blame
Honest-
both of them, because when you got the exclusives, those ran well, but when it came to the multiplats, they didn't really know what the hell they were doing with this.
That was witchcraft, man. Sony had like a witch in their office that was making that shit run.
casting them spells.
So yeah, I'm getting rid of the PS3 with no remorse whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm looking at my top 30 favorite PS3 games. None of them are JRPGs.
See, PS3 was just. I need to make a video about that.
My
What?
favorite PS3 game
The
was
the worst generation for JRPG is the PS3.
yeah.
But then again, PS3 did bring us Valkyria Chronicles.
Yeah, but
Shit.
mm,
Okay, no, I'm not gonna think about this anymore.
well-
PS3 we're getting rid of.
Technically, an RPG.
Yeah.
Valkyrie Chronicles is an RPG.
Mass Effect.
I say it's a fact. I mean, it's all tactical RPGs are RPGs. That's just how it is.
Yeah, that's the only one I see on here.
Okay. All Alrighty, so that was our one gotta
That
go.
was a tough one. Fuck, man. Fuck you for that.
And you gotta thank Blake for that one. Thank Blake for that one.
I'm
He
gonna choke
suggested
Blake
it.
in my scene.
Nah. Riku, just sneak up to Canada when he's unconscious and break his face again.
Nah, man. Alright, so we're getting towards the end here. Let's go to our Discord questions real quick. Let's see what we got. Let me change this up. Alright, first question comes from Ace Breaker. Ace Breaker asks, how long did you think E3 will continue before companies just go through their online broadcasting and stop going to E3 overall?
2021.
Yeah,
It's
next
dead
year.
already. It's dead already, and no one's going to that anymore. The whole fanfare of it was this special presentations that you couldn't see anywhere else. That now anyone can go to E3, and the publishers aren't even there. So like, it's just like a regular trade show. So yeah. Also, Gamescom is the biggest thing now. It's pretty much.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. Yeah, since like
Yeah.
Sony is pulling out and everybody else is pulling out, it seems like E3 is just not what it is anymore. I used to love watching E3 for the conferences, Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft. I didn't care about anything else. That was always great to watch. And nowadays, it just seems like I'm just gonna get everything online. So they might actually pull out early.
Y'all think coronavirus is gonna mess up this year's E3?
Yeah, not that anyone's gonna be going though. They'll say, "Oh, we announced that we're gonna cancel because of the coronavirus," and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, we did an RSVP." So, so yeah, E3's dead. Gamescom still exists as long as Gamescom is around. Which I should say, anyone who hasn't been to Gamescom before, bucket list that shit. It is amazing. Yeah, it is worth the trip to Europe. Like, it is so good. It's like, it makes every other convention for games look like a baby convention. The venue's massive.
Damn, really? I thought
Yeah.
E3 would be.
The presentations are really good. I mean, it is amazing. That the experience of Gamescom is just mind blowing. I can't say enough how much I love that event. I can't. I want to go again this year. That's the reason why I'll go in a hazmat suit, because it's that good. So,
Wow, okay.
yeah.
All right. Our next question, unless somebody got something to say about E3.
It's dead.
Okay.
Dead as a doornail.
Otaku Life asks, what are our thoughts on Animal Crossing New Horizons?
No opinion. I have not played an Animal Crossing game.
I mean, if y'all want, bridges are nice in that game.
Oh man, we ain't got no Animal Crossing fans in here. Hell, I feel
actually
like
thought I would be the odd one out. Like, I thought like everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, Animal Crossing this," and I was like thinking, awkward.
I feel like Pelvic played Animal Crossing. Maybe I'm wrong.
She seemed like an Animal Crossing type.
Yeah,
of girl.
she really does.
Ew.
Oh, okay.
No, it's cute. Like, the thing is, I'm just not obsessed about it. Like, I'm a Harvest Moon girl. That's where I'm at.
Oh yeah, I forgot she is. She is team Harvest Moon.
Harvest
I
Moon is
like
good
Animal
shit.
Yeah, I like
Here's the
Animal
thing,
Crossing.
though.
I will play Animal. It's fine. But I just, like, I'm one of those, I'll get it eventually. You know, it's not a day one buy for me. I only have 3 day one. That is Bravely Default 2, Bayonetta, and...
But
Wait, what's the third one? You're breaking up.
Oh, sorry. Xenoblade Chronicles.
Oh, okay,
Definitive
yes.
Edition.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
Yeah.
When you say you're a Harvest Moon girl, are you talking about Harvest Moon or Star of Seasons? Like, which do you
Harvest Moon. Hardcore Harvest Moon. Strictly Harvest
which has become Star of
like-
Seasons?
Sorry, Story of Seasons, like anything that's literally called Story of Seasons, I've never touched in my entire life. It has to have Harvest Moon.
Really? So you've
Yeah,
played the new Harvest Moon games?
I haven't. Any new, like, the last one I haven't played a Harvest Moon in a hot. What's the last one I played? I think Tree of Tranquility? So that's like on the Wii.
You're missing
Yeah.
out. Okay, Star of Seasons is Harvest Moon. Like, the developers
I
that
know
made
it
Harvest
is.
Moon, they've made Star of Seasons. So like, and Harvest Moon now sucks because it's no longer made by the same people.
Why do you think it sucks? I love Harvest Moon. Like I
No, the
imagine
new ones, not the old ones. The new ones suck. The new ones are made by different people.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. That's why, and that's a reason. Like, what is it, the Lighthouse one or whatever? Like, the most
Whatever
recent
the
one
new
looks like it's a
ones are.
mobile game.
It
Yeah, I
does.
was like,
I thought.
ew.
Oh god, it's
It's
ugly.
just, like, I will say, like, Mineral Town, like, what kills me is Mineral Town is being remade, right? Which is cool, great, yippee-ki-yay, but, like, one problem I have with Harvest Moon that I really wish would grow out of is the chibi look. For example, the creator of Harvest Moon made, what is it, the Dragon Cafe game? And Dragon Cafe, while that game unfortunately had some bugs and issues it should have worked out, it, like, the art style, like, graphically, it was just so outstanding. It looked like a pop-up coloring book, and it was like, wow, something refreshing, something, like, I don't know, it made you want to get out there and explore and stuff. And just Harvest Moon keeps the same chibi style, and I kind of want it to grow out of it. You know, still be cutesy, whatever, but it doesn't have to be, like, little chibified.
Okay.
So that's just one thing I wish Harvest Moon would grow out a bit. Anyways, I'm sorry, back on Animal Crossing is, I like Animal Crossing. I'm excited for it, but, like, not as much as, like, true Animal Crossing fans are, I guess. You know, like, I'm a fan, but not a rabid.
Yeah, I feel like all the Animal Crossing fans are like just rabid, out of control. Like they announced like Isabelle for like freaking Smash, and I was like, was that really necessary to go crazy over? I don't know. Okay.
No, like I didn't care. I was like, okay, cool, like woo, you know, cool. That's how I felt. Cool.
All right.
Like, Isabel kind of happened for me. Like, she just popped in Smash and went, cool, I'm not going to play this character. It's not what I'm here for.
All right. Let's go on to our next question real quick. Riku, we got Echo.
Sorry.
Xian, I think that's his name. Xian. I cannot say this one. What is an underrated RPG? I feel like we answered this question like every podcast.
I'll say Soul Nomad. That was pretty fun.
Soul Nomad.
Near.
No, Pelvic, that's cheating.
I mean,
Not anymore.
There might be a reason why that game is underrated, Pelvic. I'm just saying.
No, it's fantastic. So, okay.
Summon Night Swordcraft.
Oh yeah,
Summon Night Swordcraft on GBA.
Yeah, GBA. Yeah, that was a good one.
And that game back when I was, a broke boy that emulated stuff.
Like, I emulated that entire game, and I was like, yo, I love this. This is fun. Why don't people talk about this?
That game was pretty good.
Like, just like the idea of like building your own weapons, like you go through this entire story, like trying to like go up the ranks and stuff. It's just more to it because I can't explain. Y'all gotta go play this. Go play Summon Night.
Summon Night. What about Urshika Tainted Bloodlines? I actually like that one. That was on the Vita.
I feel like I heard about that one, but I didn't play it.
It was released for really cheap on the Vita. Like, it was like budget price. I think maybe $15 or something was the price of it. And it got good reviews pretty much everywhere. And when I played it, it was nice. It was like you're controlling these. It was kind of like, I guess, kind of Persona-y because like you had these gods and they had different abilities and all that kind of stuff. And then you could use them in battle. And sorry?
I think that's somebody's background.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, yeah, I would say Urshika Tainted Bloodlines on the Vita because, well, it's not been released on anything else, and it was a really good RPG, and so most people haven't actually played it because I don't know how much people had a Vita other than me and probably Riku. So,
I had one. I only played Persona 4, Mind Zero, and Freedom Wars. I was broke as hell.
And you get rid of your Vita after that?
No, I kept it. And then I got on a bus, and I forgot it was in the same pocket as my wallet. It was a Zelda wallet with the Triforce big metal piece, and it cracked the screen.
Damn.
And I kind of just sat there on the bus in silence. It's painful.
I feel that for you, man. Like, man, I still got my Vita. I keep it in a nice case when I travel. It's my favorite handheld, other than my Switch now. So, yeah, keep both of them now.
An underrated RPG, I would say, would be PS2 Eternal Poison. I thought that game was pretty good. Okay, so our next question from Shadnick. What's the funniest moment in a JRPG? I can't really think of a lot. I'm sure there was many, but one that stands out to me is Tales of Xillia. When I forgot, the old guy was saying stuff about bazongas and he got Jude to yell it out.
And they come back and Jude's like, I want to learn about bazongas, and Mila's like, don't judge him. He's only growing.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Tales, another funny moment was freaking Magilu trying to get Laphicet to read her books around her waist.
Oh yeah.
A lot of Tails skits have like good.
I have a
ones,
funny
like,
Tales one too. Tales of Artar, actually.
Ooh.
There was this one part where I don't know, they were in this city, and there was this little piggy, and they were making jokes about the piggy, and the piggy was just, I guess the piggy was just taking the jokes. You didn't really even think that the pig understood what they were talking about until the main character said, I think I'm getting pretty hungry. I think I want to roast this piggy and make some bacon. And then the piggy just turned around and was triggered, jumped into the sky, and then the whole screen just turned black. And he was like, "Ah!" I was like, I flipped out. I was laughing because it was
Wait.
like,
Which one is
Huh?
that?
this is Tales of Artar.
The best one.
I don't know. For some reason, I just flipped out because I was like, oh, now the piggy wants to fucking do something. Now that he heard he's going to be turned into bacon, he starts whooping the main character's ass.
Oh man. You
That was
know what?
hilarious. That stood out to me.
I think pretty much
Heard
every
Shingo say something and got triggered.
pretty much every JRPG released on the video is underrated and people should play it if they get a
This is
chance.
actually true. If they haven't played Soul
Facts.
Sacrifice, they should play it.
So sacrifice,
yes.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are getting off the question. The question was, what's the funniest moment in JRPGs? What you doing out here, Q?
Yeah, I gave you that.
Yeah, I come on here trying to advocate the Vita. Man.
Oh, messages, man.
All right, I'll give you another one. In Cold Steel 1, who remembers the part where you're walking up and you see Crow, he's like looking... what did Crow say? He said Crow was writing some things for
Oh
the
yeah.
classmates, and Reen reads one of them. He's like, Crow, what is this?
Oh, I
Show me
remember
them titties. And Crow's face is just like, yeah.
That's actually
That's literally what it says. Show me them
I
titties.
remember that.
That was hilarious.
Yo, shout out to Crow. That was great. That was a great moment. I was like, yo, Crow, you serious?
Man really said show me them. Alright.
Our next question, from Night Fury Drake. What Pokemon would you guys like Green Freak to bring back in Sword and Shield?
Cyndaquil, man. We've already said that at the beginning.
Oh yeah, he did.
Is Mary in it?
Mareep?
Ampharos? Yeah.
I want to. No. I'm
If not,
sure.
then yeah, Ampharos.
Okay.
Best Pokemon.
Bring back all the Pokemon, man. Just give us all. Let us choose what we want.
Okay.
Be nice.
I would say I want Infernape.
Infernape. Oh, I'd like to Infernape.
Yeah,
Actually,
Infernape.
I've always trained fire types, so yeah.
That's a classic.
Because Fire types were the best
Now.
starters for the most part.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
And then Greninja.
Is it Greninja in it?
I don't think so.
Oh no.
It's weird, I wonder, how are they picking and choosing who gets in and who's out? Are they, sitting there with all the Pokemon watching them in their face and sorry, man, you don't make the cut this month.
The next DLC pack.
Well, that's what they're doing it right now.
Cried.
It's crazy how we have to ask this question because we would think this is just understood before Sword and Shield was released. Like all these Pokemon was gonna be in it, but no,
Yep.
they got us by the balls with this DLC stuff, and they're gonna milk us.
People
Unfortunately,
always have their favorites, though. There's always that one Pokemon that you think no one likes, and then someone likes it, and it's like,
Yeah.
this is my shit,
Like Bidoof.
yo, who?
I hate Bidoof. Oh my god, I hate that Pokemon so much. I call it the ugly thing.
People actually like Bidoof, and I'm just like, you out here liking in this day and age? I'm so sorry for
Or Jinx.
That's just Mr.
I
Pokemon
actually
away.
had Jinx in my party once, because she has
I
ice.
don't need her.
I stopped liking Jinx because they turned her blue, and I was like, you know what? You guys don't like black people, so
Well, she was originally racist, wasn't she?
I have
I
no
know.
clue.
That's not even the point. She was based off God, like their skin and wear I think they either dye their hair or wear blonde wigs just because they think it's cool.
Okay. All right. Rikuki 2 asks, would Crisis Core or Advent Children fit in Final Fantasy VII Remake as DLC or separate games?
Separate games.
Separate games.
Separate games.
Yeah.
I love Crisis Core to death, but like that isn't like a Cloud story that's about Zack.
Yeah.
While 7 is about Cloud, and Advent Children, like they need to rework that because I like Advent Children a lot, but it needs touch ups.
And that's like at the very end, eh?
Yeah, they could just make like 2 separate. Like you see, they're already doing this in parts anyway, so they could just be like part, like fit it in somewhere where it fits in the story, like chronologically or something, and then say, well, this is the first or second or third or whatever part of do like Yakuza 0 to 6 or 7, give us all. Or Final Fantasy 7, of course. So Final Fantasy 7 0, Final Fantasy 7 Kiwami, Final Fantasy 7 Kiwami 2.
What the
That's
freak?
what Cloud running the streets and breaking people's faces.
Pretty much.
Best game.
Alrighty. Yeah, I would say like I want Crisis Core. Well, they need to re-release Crisis Core first of all, and put it on PS4 or something, or a Switch as well. I think that's gonna happen. I think that's actually gonna get announced this year. Crisis Core.
I feel like they'd have to update the battle system too, though.
Why so?
Vary it a little bit.
Oh yeah, vary it.
Just do the battle system they're already making for 7. Just keep the story of that game. So the story of Crisis Core, but with the combat that's in the new game, because it's part of the remake if they're doing the remake thing.
Interesting.
That'd be beautiful.
I don't think we're gonna do anything with Avid Children. Avid Children is just a movie. Yes.
Yeah.
Or like, I think
actually a movie that's not even canon anymore.
Which was the point?
Mm-hmm.
There's actually a lot of stuff like tied to Final Fantasy VII that like didn't even come out in America, like before Crisis, which talked about like the Turks and stuff, and like it focused on a couple of characters from the Turks, like Song, Reno, Rude, Cessna, if you played Crisis Core.
Yeah, I think they're gonna re-release all those when Final Fantasy VII Remake drops.
Yeah, Final Fantasy VII could be its own series outside of like the Final Fantasy line of games. Like you could just have Final Fantasy VII the universe and have like a ton of stuff in there.
Yeah, and like unlike 13, people won't get mad at that.
True.
Alrighty. Looks like we got one more question. Oh, actually, we got 2 more questions. Has anyone? Ricardo Belmont asks, has anyone opinion on the Final Fantasy 13 trilogy changed over the years? I'm gonna tell you straight up right now, no.
No.
For me, strangest thing though is that I actually liked the first one a bit more than most people did when it came out.
How
I
dare
guess maybe.
you?
Hey, I'm just saying.
I'm kidding.
When it came out, I mean, here's the thing, right? You have to remember, at that point in time, I didn't have a PS3 yet. I had a PlayStation, an Xbox 360, and I was grabbing at straws for any RPGs I can get, and on that thing, and Final Fantasy was one of those, and I was like, I like this game a bit, and I enjoyed it for the time that I had it. And maybe at some point I could play over the whole series, and maybe nostalgia or something. I'll be like, I like this. I don't know.
I will say I do need to go back and play Final Fantasy 13 one day. I keep saying I'm going to do that. I'm not sure if I'll ever get a chance to do it, but I want to see if it's
bitter taste in your mouth.
Yeah.
I want to do that as well on PC probably.
Yeah, I need to see if it's as bad as I thought it was back in the day, because it was just a cluster of disappointment for me. It was supposed to be the game that saved JRPGs at the time, and it just wasn't it.
Like I revisited it, and I can say like it's not atrocious. Like people make it out to be, but it's not like it feels like it could have been better. Like such a pretty game, and you spend most of your time walking down like a long, like just a linear path, and then you get to the end. Oh, there's a lot to do. There's places to go. You should probably go do this thing before the world ends.
I will say the battle music is probably some of the most. I don't even want to say catchy, but some of the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will admit though, Lightning, one of the best designs for a female protagonist I've seen.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like that.
I think she
maybe if she had a skirt and not shorts.
I like the shorts. I feel that.
I do too, but
I like it.
Yeah, Lightning.
I will say that Lightning Returns Lightning is edgy as hell, but it's a soft spot for me.
What the freak?
Yeah.
Our next question, Sebastian 003 Peru. We didn't answer your question about GDC because we were already talking about GDC and coronavirus. So Yeah. Do you guys think Sword Art Online is good?
Sword Art
No.
Online.
Yeah.
Anime or the game?
No.
Is it the anime or the game they're talking about?
The only good episode of Sword Art Online was episode 1.
Damn.
Yeah, for the most
That's
part,
what-
each season has a good start, but then terrible.
Here's the first half. The first half.
Yeah.
The first half of season 1. As soon as they started to put in all that elfin line.
Yeah, it felt like a
bullshit,
filler.
that's- Yeah.
Oh, I will say GGO, the first half was Xenon, that was actually a pretty good season.
Yeah, and then things got out of hand because no lie, this man was just thirsty. The main villain was just. I don't want to call him a simp because
Damn.
that's not what he was.
I hated how it boiled down to that. He was just
It
super,
boiled down to, I love you, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna render you unconscious and just kind of stare at you for the rest of my life. That's creepy as
That was
hell.
creepy as hell.
this man was you from this Netflix show.
Oh yeah.
He was
Yeah, it was Joe. Yeah.
Ugh. I will admit though, the openings are fire. The openings do be good.
Lisa?
A1 Pictures always brings it when it comes to that.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Visuals and the music are great.
I like Sword Art Online from the first half. After that, like everybody says, it fell off. Season 2, Gun Gale Online was just flashbacks within episodes, and that really pissed me off. I was like, bruh, how you gonna have a flashback for something that just happened 2 minutes ago? That doesn't make any sense. But I'm hearing the latest season of Sword Art Online is actually not that bad. I actually want to give it a shot just to jump in it and see if it's still as terrible.
Oh, Alicization?
Yeah.
I'm watching it. It's not bad. I
Yeah.
don't hate.
I saw a clip from it, and I was just like, I was thrown off by. I was like, what the hell is going? Like, it was like the blonde Kirito, and this girl was getting assaulted, but like this
Bro,
game
guess what his
override
name is?
came over his eye. What?
Okay, how did your teachers always mispronounce Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yu-Gi-Oh? Yeah, I've actually heard that. It hurts.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
How? Wait,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
His name is Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, his name is Yugi. I don't want to hear that. His name is Yugi.
Nah, we're not doing that.
Yeah,
His
his
name
name
is
is
literally
Actually.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, alright, cool, Yugi.
Yugi. And
Has anyone played the games though, like for Sword Art Online?
oh, I played Fatal Bullet. That was actually pretty good. I enjoyed Fatal Bullet.
I played I played Hollow Fragment and Riku Echo.
Okay. All
I played
right.
Hollow Fragment and Lost Song. Don't play Lost Song.
How do I have an echo if I was muted?
Lost Song was... I hate the dialogue in Lost Song.
Dialogue in Lost Song is bad. Flying is fun, but
Yeah, flying was kind of fun, but it was
All right. Let's move on to our last question from Discord. Jonah, he asks, has any of us played PSO2 or Phantasy Star in general?
Yes, PSO2 flames. I can't wait for the localization.
same.
Oh my God.
I
I
remember
still
when
have a
told
picture of
everybody
my
on
female
Discord.
character now. Just waiting until she comes back.
Goddamn.
Same with my boy,
Yeah, I'll post.
main character. You still have that?
Yes. Here she is.
I remember
Here
telling
she is
everybody
looking
on
into the
Discord, like,
sunshot.
y'all gotta play PSO2 because
Wow, Souls wasn't kidding. He literally has a picture
Oh
of
my
his female
god!
character.
Oh my god! That
She looks
sword.
so cool. Oh yeah, that's the casino sword.
Why it look like
So many
scissors?
hours was wasted in that casino.
I hate that. I hate that he really sat there and grinded for that sword.
Mm.
And it's just a cosmetic, man. It's just like, yeah, but it looks nice. Like, come on.
It actually drops a lot more money when you attack with it.
Are you? Why is it good?
Let the man be happy, okay? Let the man be happy.
Who are gambling?
Let the man be happy. You know, he worked very hard for this sword. And although it just gives money, you know, sometimes it's the simple things in life, alright? Shit.
That's what everyone says.
Sitting at that slot machine for I don't know how long.
Oh my goodness.
God. That's
Alright.
not good, man.
I played Phantasy Star for a little bit, even the Japanese Phantasy Star Online 2 for a little bit. But I was like, it's in Japanese. I really can't. I can't do
Oh,
it.
buddy, you missed out on the English patch. They patched the whole game.
Yeah, but it was like I felt like it was a hassle to get the English patch to run.
It kind of was.
So I was like, I don't feel like doing this again because I did it on one PC and I was like, I don't want to do this again on another PC. So I'm good. All right, so those are our Discord questions, and that's the podcast, people. So we're gonna move on to our outros here. Sosuke, go ahead.
It was lovely being here again. Thanks for having me again, Shadow. I'm always down to return. If y'all want to hear more of my voice, you can go to my channels, Sosuke the Bro, or catch me on Twitch if my connection doesn't die out, at Sosuke the Wandering Gamer, and on Twitter at Arisu Sosuke.
Alrighty, Pelvic.
Hey, I'm sorry I came back today. But Shadow, I love you. I love
That's cool.
you. You keep popping. Come on, dude. I'm fucking happy. Thank you. But if you enjoy me, you can find me at Pelvic Gaming on YouTube or Lady Pelvic on Twitter. Currently working on a Dragon Quest V review, so be excited for that. And once again, thank you, Shadow, for allowing me back.
that's
I'm
cool.
always running on brown people time.
Oh, absolutely. You on that black people time. But that's all right. We all do. So go ahead, man.
Thank you guys for tuning in. It was fun. Always a pleasure. And I hope we can do this again next time.
So when your next upload coming?
You know what, man?
cool,
Ever
man.
since I started this full-time work, it's been really hard, but I'm going to make a dedicated decision
Okay, all right, fair enough. All right.
to do this thing.
But
But don't hold me to that.
I'm definitely holding you to it.
Oh my
Absolutely.
god.
I'm expecting a video by the summer. All right.
Wow.
All right. Riku, go ahead, man.
Riku-san won, people. Gotta get back to this Final Fantasy VIII. Definitely want to knock it out before. I'm definitely gonna have it done by the next episode of the podcast. I highly doubt we're gonna have it anytime soon. Just kidding. Maybe we'll. But,
Nah, you ain't wrong.
Shit. So I will give my thoughts on the full game at that time. We'll see if Squall gets better because I heard he gets better, but we'll see.
Okay. And Q?
It's always a pleasure to come on and chat with you guys about JRPGs. It's very rare I get to chat with people I know in real life about them. You guys can find me at LP Guardian pretty much everywhere. At Guardians of the Use, LPGRDIN. My next video is supposed to be a Samurai Shodown video, and then after that I'll be doing one on Tokimura sessions. So yeah.
All right, and guys, you know me, Shadow Elite. I'll say my next video should be on Landgresser 1 and 2, a review or maybe just a general video about it. And maybe soon, I hope so, because I finally got the script right for a decade video. JRPG's a decade. I know I'm really late on that, but I've been around for way too long not to have a video like that out on the channel, so it's going to be coming out no matter what. All right. Yeah, I think people will enjoy this one. I want to put a little more effort into it than I usually do.
Ooh.
I'm definitely watching that.
Excited.
Yeah, hopefully it's done soon, though. It's a lot to do. Alrighty, guys. We are out of here. Deuces.
Laters.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye.
How I turn this off?